and welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live. I am so glad you're all here, and I know if you're not here yet, you are on your way. I'm super excited about tonight. I've been excited about every show, but this even a little bit more so, if at all possible, because tonight, for the first time, we are featuring our first ever hip hop act. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. And I got two great guys here with me, ladies and gentlemen. I know you are going to love them. I just love them. I think they're great guys. I really, really do. So let's start with a guy right in the middle. He's the one that contacted me, and I'm so glad he did. I always look at my notes to make sure I get the names right. Josh Garza, right there. He's the videographer and the photographer. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. I'm super excited you guys are here. I really am. Let me introduce your buddy before we get officially started, okay? So, folks, on the far end from me, hi, it's like we're a million miles away. We have another great guy, Jay Snider.
That's me.
Hey, Jay,
That's
how
me.
you doing? Actually, Jonathan, right?
Yeah,
Jonathan,
you call me whatever
Jay.
you want.
Yeah, it's hard for me. It's hard for me because I never can remember anybody's name. Everyone on here knows that. So I want to welcome all of you guys and gals who are joining us. And I'm so glad that you two guys are here with us tonight. I'm super excited. So behind Josh in the middle there, you see a music video playing. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's one of the videos that you recorded. Is that right, Josh?
Oh yeah.
That is so
I'm
cool.
That
is so cool because we've been wanting to get someone that makes music videos on the show because I think it is so cool. And we have so many singer-songwriters that come on Carolyn's Corner, and we're always trying to show them different ways to promote your music. And a music video is one of the best ways. And I've made videos, but I can't make videos. You know what I mean? You go out and you do the real thing. And I really love what I've seen so far. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Josh, and how long you've been doing this.
Well, actually, I've been doing photography for 7 years, but I didn't start video until a year ago.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's new to me. I just had the band behind me. This guy, I met him in Ross. His name's Ron Barber in the Creekside Republic, and the guy saw me taking pictures, and he asked me, "How much would you charge me to take pictures?" And he's like, "Do you do video?" I said, "No, I don't. I don't do video." Right. He's like, "Just shoot something and put it. We'll figure out what it looks like." And that was my very, very first video, and it's plain. There's no cuts. There's nothing. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But it started mainly because I needed something else to do. I went through a divorce, and I needed something to take over. You know, what I enjoyed, what I loved, you know what I mean? And exactly. I used that to fill it in. But I mean, it's sad, but honestly, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for that.
Absolutely. So we talk about that stuff all the time on the show, how things happen. Everything is for a reason in our lives. I'm a big believer in that. And, things happen and you're led to some other part that you didn't even know you were going to be doing maybe. And you find out that it may be your secret passion, or maybe not even a secret. You may be like the bomb at it, just like you were meant to do this. And from what I've seen, man, I love it. And I've always wanted to have music videos, and I know so many other people that do too. So it's really cool. We're going to get to know, get you to tell us a little bit about the whole process and whatever you want to share with us here in just a minute. Okay, Josh?
Okay.
Awesome. So first, I know I've already introduced you to Jonathan. He goes by Jay Snider. That's Snider. Jonathan, I have had the honor of hearing some of your songs, and I'm not a big rapper, okay? I did write a rap song, but it was funny. It was hilarious. It was only one little verse. Maybe I'll share it with you later if you're lucky.
All right.
But my son is really into hip hop. He's always with his friend in Corpus, doing music videos and helping do that. He really enjoys it.
Awesome.
So how long have you been doing it? Tell us a little bit about yourself, hon. How long you been, whatever you want to share with us.
So I've been making music for probably about 3 years now. When I first really stepped into the rap and hip hop industry, I was making a lot of almost like lackluster rap music. I was doing a lot of bass rhyme scheme stuff and really just trying to, I guess, prove the point that, like, hey, I can rhyme,
Yeah.
and And it was cool getting started and stuff. And then actually, kind of a lot like Josh, I found myself going through an extremely hard emotional time in life. I'm a father, and so going through all those things, dealing with distance between the kids and stuff like that, it
Yeah.
turned into it was like, man, I've already got this outlet. Why not try to use this for something that means more? It means more to me, and maybe can mean more to other people. And so, not only has it turned into something that, like, I hope that I can reach out to people and maybe change their lives, maybe help them get through tougher times, but it's also more of a therapy for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell my engineer all the time. I'm like, dude, I appreciate you not charging me a therapist cost, because by the time I'm done recording something, he'll just turn around and be like, "You good?"
Yeah, and you know what, Jonathan, that is so true with songwriting in general, as far as I'm concerned, regardless of the genre. I mean, really, it is like therapy because it's getting a lot of times we can put things into a song that we would never be able to tell someone or write down. You know what
Absolutely,
I mean, right? And you can put
absolutely,
it in a way where you're like, oh, it's a song, but man, songs, it's that's why I love doing this so much because music, no matter what genre, man, if you can touch somebody's heart with your lyrics and with your sound, I mean, that's what it's all about. And I have to
absolutely.
say the little bit that I listen to your songs, and I intentionally never listen to the whole songs, okay? Because I want to be
Right.
just as surprised as our audience. Speaking of audience, hold on a minute, Jonathan. Somebody give me a comment and let me know if all of our comments are working. We want you to be able to interact with us here on Carolyn's Corner Live. So somebody say something, say something. No, don't even start. I'm in one of those moods. I got to babysit my 5-year-old grandson today for a couple of hours, so he always makes me be silly. He's my sunshine. Can someone make a comment and say anything? Say anything. We'll wait just a minute. So you've been doing it for a while, and you know what? I've always told my son I like rap. Hey, there we go. Morgan Brittany said, "Hey Josh, thank you,
What's up,
Morgan.
Morgan?
All
That's so
right.
cool. What up?" That's my husband. He's in the living room watching on the big screen.
Yeah,
He's
my
watching.
kids are downstairs too.
Oh, that's so cool. YouTube is the best babysitter.
It
Baby
is.
Gracie is watching. Oh, that's so awesome. And you can see by the little insignias, we have two people that are watching from YouTube, one right now that is on Facebook watching, and Morgan Brittany has it paired, so you can tell that she has paired with one of your channels. So that's really cool. I love the way Restream does that. And I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much. So for those of you who don't know, I made a new intro. I hope y'all like it. I was showing the guys.
Oh yeah, it was
I got
dope.
to ask the youngins and youngins,
It's
what do you think
great.
of this intro? Yeah, we're working on it. We're trying to get better and better as much as we can.
I
So,
know that.
yeah, that's what it's all about. We have to keep trying to improve. And the reason we want to do this show is because we want people to be able to share their passion,
Yeah.
and like you said, Jonathan, it may help people. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying
Absolutely.
to do. We're trying to reach out and help other singer songwriters, help individuals because gosh, I don't even think you realize how much people are going through out there. People go through a lot. Imagine if you were going through something and you were going through something, that's 2 out of 3 people right here that were going through
Right.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So everybody does. So that's my brother, Josh. How do you say the name? Terza?
That's your sister, Sephora. That's my sister.
Um, that's my brother, Josh. Glad to see you're doing good. Oh, thanks for being here. That's so awesome. But that's what it's all about, trying to help people. So,
Yeah.
so you've been doing music for a while, and it's crazy that both of you are doing what you're doing. Almost. Hi, Sarah, one of our loyal listeners and friends. Hi, Sarah, sweet Sarah. Thanks for being here.
Hey,
Um,
Sarah.
yeah, she's so awesome, y'all. She really is. It's cool that you're both doing it, really, because it's almost like, oh, I need something, an outlet. And that's
Yeah.
basically why I write lyrics. And I don't even write that many songs, but
Yeah.
it's therapeutic. And
Yeah.
it
That's what
breaks
me.
our hearts.
That's where me and Jonathan have similarities, and that's why we
Yeah.
bonded so well. And his lyrics actually helped me bond with him because if it wasn't for his lyrics, I probably wouldn't be working with him. It's the life kind of lyrics that he has that he puts in his music is what brings me here.
Yes, absolutely. And I've talked to a lot of songwriters, but I tell you what, this is what I've told my son. He said, Mom, because he thinks I'm kidding about the rap. I said, no, I have so much respect because it's hard enough to write a country song or a slow ballad or, to write a rap song. To me, that is hard. It is, and it takes your brain is having to work so fast to get, to me, it would be.
True.
I
True.
mean, yeah, and I can talk fast, but trying to keep up with man, it takes. I think it takes a special breed. It really does. And man, if you keep doing what you're doing, reaching those people with your good, wholesome, clean lyrics, and I mean they're about everyday life. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm excited to share these with the people. The people.
The
Um,
people.
so we have a lot of songs from Jonathan, and what's cool about these songs is every single one of them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Josh, you've done the music video for, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Isn't that
yes.
cool, y'all? So that's so cool. That is so cool. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's like here you get to show your passion, and you get to share your passion. And y'all both live in Waco, Texas, which is another cool thing because that's my old hometown from way back, way back.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and we've had several people from up there, and I just think it's cool how you were all friends. When I found that out, I was like, no, come on. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan, it is. It's really super cool. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Morgan, Brittany, do y'all see the comments, guys?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Okay.
I do.
I don't know that I haven't
You know,
pulled up.
Jonathan, look over to your right.
That middle thingy, that where
Yeah,
the
and I can
little
also
button is.
let me put them on the screen just so I can show you. So sometimes I can put them on the
There we
screen if
go.
something, yeah,
That's cool.
because I like that. I don't necessarily put them all up there, but I want to make sure that everybody sees them. So thank you,
Awesome.
Morgan. Yeah, it's super cool. It is super cool. And I love that we're adding hip hop to our show. I think it's wonderful. And I hope we'll continue to, explore different genres and different things, like
Absolutely.
a videographer. Man, that's so cool. Next thing I want to do, I really want to get a producer on here. There's one that's local, but if y'all want to help me out with that or anything like that, a producer or
Yeah.
something, because I want whatever's going to help out these musicians because everybody's independent and
Yeah.
it takes word of mouth. It takes everybody sharing to get y'all stuff out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, on that topic, you were just talking about how we all kind of interact and network with one another. This day
Yes.
and age, it takes a team. It takes that support. And when I met Josh, that was kind of one of those things that just kind of filled in. It was like, dude, I need somebody who can bring my music to life in a way that's going to do it justice. And like the very first time I saw one of his videos, I was like, this is my guy. Like I need this guy. So,
Yeah,
but you need that team. You have to and
absolutely.
not to go too far off base, but I can tell you this: I wouldn't be anywhere near where I'm at right now if I didn't have the engineer I have over at the Playground Studio, or my fellow artist, or Markeith and Reed. I think we're going to hear some music from them as well that I have. But that team is extremely important, and you're not wrong about that.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, because it takes a village, just like it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village. It,
Yeah,
it does really, it does
Yeah.
because eh, that's why we're doing this too. Because we want to all come together. Okay, we
absolutely.
have this, we have that, we have them, we have you know what I mean? Hey, I
Yeah,
saw that. Let me help you with that. You know what I mean? If at all possible, because at least you have somebody to fall back on and to share your great things that you've learned. Josh, what up, my dog? You didn't think I could do that, did you? Did you like that?
Oh, that's my boy Cooper right there.
Hey, Cooper. Thank you for being here. I like your last name,
That's
Gaysbauer. Is that right?
the God's Power.
Ah,
Uh, that's Ethan's drummer.
okay,
ah,
cool.
Yeah.
So that's Ethan Smith, ladies and gentlemen. He was on our show, it's a small world. Ethan Smith was on our show. Is that him right there? Yeah. In fact, yeah, I thought that was weird. And when you
Yeah.
said he's singing on one of your songs, I was like, well, I thought Ethan was country. And it just goes to show you it's music. It's all music. Music is universal. It really is. What did you want to say, Jonathan? I'm sorry.
I was actually going to tell you that now I see why I didn't see all of the comments on the side because I had my screen set to full screen and I was like, look to the right, but now I got it all. I
Oh,
see all the
you're
love
like,
over
there is
there.
no right. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Hey,
and
It's all about
it's all right. Let's see. I got to make them. I got to see it over here. Letitia Christine Lopez, love your name, beautiful. She says, "Hey, I love Jay Snider. Whoop whoop.
all right, all
Yeah,
right, I
look at
love
that.
that.
Well, I'm glad you're there, so girls can't attack you while we're trying to do the show. It's kind of hard to be like, calm down, ladies, calm down. I'm just kidding.
It's
I can
flattering.
like you. You're great. You really are.
I'm gonna have
So
to turn the color of my light to a different color so I don't blush on your screen.
I know, I know,
You're right.
I know. I keep forgetting I do have one of those.
oh,
See, my issue is, Jonathan, I don't want to look too good. I don't want to outshine all the.
I get that. I appreciate it. Like I was coming on here and I was
Yeah,
like,
thank
God,
you.
I
everybody's
know
gonna be
you were
looking at
worried.
her.
Be like, why are they all looking at her?
All right, look at me.
I know. What about me? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get started with this music because that's the way they're
Absolutely.
going to know what you sound like and see some of your work. I'm super excited. I'm pointing at Josh like he's sitting right next to me. See some of your work, Josh, like you're in the middle. So, so just so you know, when
Doing?
you point at the screen like this, it's never going to point at you because you're some.
That's how you go
They're
like
like,
this.
yeah, you are like, yeah, right there. No, wrong way. You are 7. It's so weird. It's backwards. Y'all are
Yeah.
like 6 hours from me because I used to live in Waco, so it's I think 5 hours. My sister actually lives in Waco now, which is really weird. She just ended up back over there. It's so
Wow.
it's so weird. So let's get started and play at least one song to get everybody like comfortable. I hope y'all are comfortable. I hope y'all got you a cold beverage. I have me some lemonade. Whatever you're drinking looks delicious. So the first song that we have is called The Count. Tell me a little bit about that song. Both of you, one of you, however you want to do it.
All right, well, I'll take lead a little bit. So the count was actually the very first track that I ever released or produced over at my new studio. And it was something that honestly I didn't know that I was ever going to get a visual for it. And Josh and I met at a show of a buddy of ours over at Ethan Smith's show. That's where we met at, and we just kind of like started talking, exchanging, and next thing I know, he's hitting me up talking about, dude, let's shoot a video to this. I've got a concept. Let's do it. And I was like, a video, yes, and so we.
I bet you did because that's a big deal.
Absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely. Well, and the market for videos is extremely high, because
Yeah.
you pay for the production you're getting, and so to
Yeah.
have somebody of his quality of work, reaching out and wanting to start some sort of a business relationship was amazing. And I mean, I guess other than that, I'll just let the video speak for itself. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you right now, when I get a new artist that sends me information, the first place I go is YouTube. I always go to YouTube first, and it does. It makes it just makes a difference. So let's play this song, The Count. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready. This is the first song. Josh, anything you want to say about it before we play the video?
I love the beat. That's what got me.
Hey.
I love it.
I'm so excited. And I'm going to be listening close to the lyrics because I'm a lyricist, so I always try to listen to the lyrics. I'm just going to listen to the whole thing. I'm excited. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is the first music video, Jonathan Snider, with the video by Josh. I want to make sure Josh Garza. Jeez, here we go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Number one, never jump the gun. On your mark, set, go, say get ready for the run. Coming up year 2, rockin' with the crew. You better show love, cause my boys are coming through. Squatted up with 3, said it's only me. Hit my kids, foxy when we step up on the scene. Now I'm coming in 4, heading for the tour. I'm focused on my money, check the haters at the door. Always chillin' with 5, homies in the hive, and they always down the ride. Know my boys on my side, street bread, never slide. Reed Roberts coming by, bend the window back with heat. That's your C4, explosive like it's ticking time. Swift jump to 6, I never swing and miss. It's out the park I hit, I'm about to make it big. Just need to sign the signature is all it is, and I'ma make the ship and I'ma win it. 7, gotta raise my hands to the heavens. Be sure to thank the Lord for my blessings. Too many caught up in the world button presses. So the goal at the end of the day, leave a good impression. Amen. And I ain't every single beat that they gave me, I'm irate. Everybody told me back down is my fate. Your boys turtles on the ground, I'm winning the rabbit race. I guess that's a German in me, I said 9. You wish I would give you a piece of my mind, but the Holocaust way too much of my time. Filling bars with punchlines fit for genocide. Now everybody say 10, let the lecture begin. Pick up your books and your pens, change your course to study the dividends. I'm gonna teach you how to turn them 10s to 20 twins and then the Benjamins. Yeah, let's be real, a lot of cloud chasing when it comes to signing deals. When your main course of study should be focused on yourself. I'm talking a business plan or something that you can sell. I wish you well, come with a ship and set sail. 100 wave is strong enough and known to beach wells. Metaphorically speaking, of course, you get the spell just to keep you from slamming my door. I keep it real, facts. So I let Ben Frank start to stack up for some merch that I stole out my dad's truck. Just some orders trying to build a couple racks up. Plan to head for rainy days, so I'm backed up. Phone beeping like I'm backing up a Mac Mack truck. 10K and I'm reaching for the maximum. Straight hustle over time and the game's won. 6 figures in sight, brighter than the sun. I've got 100K that's chillin' in the bank account. We cut my business, keeping me deposited in large amounts. And everybody knows I'm focused on my money. Hear me out, you either getting caught up in the maze or you gon' make it out. Word, leave you calling ground while I fly around bird. Excuse yourself from class if you run around skirt. Remember, show respect before you run your mouth, sir. Half a mil stacked and moving fast like blur. I wanna own the paint, slam it down like dirt. Headstrong in the game, when I drive it might hurt. Too deep in the break, not to go and finish first. Passed a meal in the book just for killing this verse. Yeah, I passed a meal in the books just for killing this verse. Yeah, that's the count.
Wow. Let me take this off full screen. Man, that is so
Thank you.
good. Oh my God. I don't know how you do it. You don't even breathe. How did you do that without even
Yeah.
breathing? Wow.
Thank
Guys, love the video, Josh. Yeah, that was really
Thank
good.
you.
Wow. Man,
you.
I love that song. It's beautiful. I mean, it's hard to keep up with those lyrics. They go, you are fast.
Yeah,
I know that's the whole point of rap. But how did you discover you had that skill? I mean, did you just start writing words and they just started? I know you can rhyme for sure. Like,
Well, honestly, when I was little, like even back in like high school, I was that dude that you go over to a house party or something, and somebody put on an instrumental, and I'm the dude that's getting in the middle of the circle, and we're freestyling, and like
wow.
even leading into like my early days in my music career, I was over with a studio ran by a bunch of good dudes named Focus One. We were over there, and we would put on instrumentals and just kind of like fill each other out as artists,
Yeah.
and we got to a point to where it'd be like, hey, how you rap so fast like that? And it's like, I don't know, man. Like,
Wow.
and I'll be honest, like, rapping faster is something that I do want to like learn to embody in my music career. Like, there's a lot of times I write music, and by the time I get into the instrumental and I really start like diving into it, I'm like, oh, it just sounded so much faster in my head. I want the
Gee.
speed. I want the speed.
Yeah. What is the tempo on? What is your average tempo?
Um,
Question, right?
that is a hard question. So honestly, like normally when I'm shopping around for instrumentals and stuff, and I buy from a lot of online music producers, I'm normally somewhere within 160 to 190 BPM.
That
So
is fast.
uh,
Y'all, for
every
those of you who don't know, that's fast. I just worked on my song yesterday, and we were at 78 BPMs to give you an
well,
idea.
well, so there is an occasion in music like when I'm searching around, like I might cut that in half and look at like 95 or something because that
Yeah.
means that I can develop a slow cadence and then bring in that punch somewhere in the verses. But somewhere around in that range for sure.
That is really fast. Yeah, and what was I going to say? Oh, Miranda says sounds fast. It is. My gosh, I don't know how you do that. I mean, for real. Everybody says I talk fast, and I'm like, no, you just listen too slow. So people need to listen faster.
Right.
It's
But
so
hey,
true.
but believe it or not, performing that song goes like this on a stage. Like before I know it, I'm done, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, next song, let's go.
Well, I bet you get a good response, a good feedback when you're up there playing. I can just see it. Cooper says that's a banger. Damn, makes me want to set up the drums, jam that shit. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It's
Okay.
really really good. So you buy your
Right.
beats from everybody. Do you have a band that plays your beats or no? You just buy them, right? I
No,
mean, you have to do it live, right?
right, absolutely. Well, so typically I go on to like any kind of online distributor. BeatStars is a lot of what I use, and I have a few different producers that I don't actually know personally, but
Yeah,
I like their arsenal and I like the repertoire. When I first started out, before I kind of like invested in doing that, I was doing a lot of stuff with a local producer. His name's Andrew Carter. Uh, he runs a production called Throat Beats, and he actually made the instrumentals for a lot of my beginning music. And then just kind of like as I started really diving into this and trying to like learn the politics of it, and then you get into like budgeting per singles because
yeah,
it does cost money to go in and record and to go in and buy your rights out so you can distribute this and make some money. I just really started looking at ways that like I could not only help myself as a musician, but to kind of get my return investment based off streaming or things like that, which is always a hard thing to do anyway.
It is. It is. The music industry has changed so much in that aspect. I mean, digital, all the online stuff has been such a benefit to all the individual singer songwriters, the indies, but it's also been a disadvantage because you're not making that kind of money. Are you? Do
Right.
you still have CDs or no? Is that completely out for you guys?
Oh man, I know that my engineer is sitting at home right now just laughing because
Probably laughing.
he has been on me for so long. He's like, dude, when you go to shows, you need to have CDs. You
Yes,
need to have merch that is memorabilia for you,
that is true.
and I keep
Autograph.
procrastinating on it, and but it is something that I am looking to really invest in getting. Like I'm about to finish up an LP, about 20 songs of like this new, more alternative rock hip hop wave that I've been on for the last year and a half. And once I
Right.
do that, I do plan on cutting an album, cutting an actual CD, and then bringing it to shows, offering it online in stores and stuff like that.
I
Um,
think I think that would be really beneficial because from what I've heard, um, even though people are like, "Oh, CDs are obsolete," no, a lot of people want to have that tangible
they
hard
do,
copy in their hand, even
they
if they
do.
and this is the funny thing, even if they never play it, it's a way to support you and to just say, "Look what I have." You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean, I
absolutely.
think it's a great idea, and the merchandise, yeah. I mean, if you want it to me, you need to get your T-shirts. You need to do something, at least something, hats, and and gosh, you could do the same thing. I don't know how you would do it with a video, Josh, but hey, I'm all for you on that. You could record them and say, "Hey, you want the video of that song?" I think we're onto something. Let's okay, y'all start working on a CD of the videos of the songs. That'd be cool too.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Miranda said she would definitely buy. Well, she said I would definitely buy.
Man, she's only heard one song. I like this.
I know, man. Good first impressions. Good first
I
impressions.
like that.
Yeah, that. And by the way, Josh, the video on that was awesome. It really did bring it to life. I mean, to
We
see the
made it
passion and
simple.
to see the emotion, it changes. It changes the song.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
made it simple. I mean, it was the first one ever, so we wanted to try something small real quick, and then from there we try to see the. If I wanted to see if Jonathan actually liked my work first of all, so we did something kind of simple.
No contest on that, by the way.
yeah,
No contest.
that really cool. Really great job, Josh. Honestly, really great
Thank
job.
you.
It wouldn't be the song it is without that video, and that's the way I feel.
Would-
That's the way I feel, honestly. So let's get to the other one, and I'm not in a big hurry, but we do have a lot of songs, so I don't want to miss out on any. So
All
the
right.
next one is called "Where'd You Go?" And Josh, you did the video for this one too, right?
Oh yeah,
That
Jonathan.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No, there's a story behind this one.
Oh, okay.
Big.
Somebody want to share
So
it?
okay, this is another one where I heard on Spotify, and I told Jonathan, we got to make a video to this song. Only reason why is because I connected to it very well. Because the whole divorce thing, and I
Yes.
said, let's do this thing, and let me put kind of what my imagination is bringing to the table.
Right.
And I told him, you know what? Let's all put a piece of what we have in this video.
Yeah.
So even my stuff is in this video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
one of my
yeah,
favorite
but-
Easter eggs. One of my favorite
yeah,
Easter eggs.
the little black book he's holding is mine. That's where I wrote, depression. Everything was written in there. And you'll see the picture that's thrown in the water. That's actually me and my ex-wife. And that's everybody was asking him, who's that girl? Who's that girl? Like,
Yeah.
and it's actually me. That's me. That's me and my ex-wife.
You know what? How cool is that? That you have each other, and honestly, you're bringing out that emotion for both in both ways, audio.
Exactly, and it helps. It helps heal.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear this one because like I said, I only heard a little bit of them. I do that on purpose. I like to be surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready because this is going to be epic. Jonathan, what would you like to say about this? Anything? This song?
So, really, just to kind of preface it, this was one of my first collaborations I did with my fellow artist Mark Keith. He's more of a pop singer. Introduced, at kind of the studio that we all record at, and like Josh said, the song was, when I wrote it, it was extremely personal. It was like, even the title, "Where'd You Go?" It has to do with the fact of like my kids were halfway across the country with their mother,
Oh,
and so it was something that helped me kind of get through like, man, like this hurts, and I wish you were here. And honestly, when I heard the beat, and not to be that guy, but I don't
Yeah.
know who knows the Fort Minor song "Where'd You Go" that came out in like
Yeah.
the '90s. But I
Yeah.
heard the beat and I was like, "Oh, I've got this vibe," and it was game over with. So,
Oh
no,
man.
definitely excited to kind of like show all the little Easter eggs and stuff around there. You know, you've got him and his ex-wife, you've got my
Yeah.
ex-wife, you've got my children are in there, and even
Wow.
some of Marquise people who are really important to him are within the video as well. So it's
Yeah.
definitely
Oh my
just a cool
gosh.
video.
I love it that y'all all came together, and that's crazy. You're all going. See what I mean? Y'all are all going. Y'all were all going through stuff at that time. We all do. We all do.
Yeah.
And it never. And you always do. I'm just letting you know that you usually
You do.
always do. I hate to make you negative, but just get ready. You'll have more stuff to write about. I hope nothing any
I
bad, any worse.
I know.
Okay, so here we go. Right, unfortunately. So here you go. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, before we do, God, I can't really see that. Liza said, "I think videography and photography was definitely meant for Josh." Yeah, Josh. Man,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Thank you.
like you're really good at this. This is
That's my
your
sister.
man. That's so awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to see this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is "Where'd You Go" by Jonathan Snider, video by Josh Garza. Here we go.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's in. Man, you know what, kid? I wanna change some stuff up anyway. Hey, you got Keith's number?
Where'd you go? I'm looking at your pictures, cause I really miss ya. It's been so long since I seen you around. Where'd you go?
I want you to know it's a little messed up that I'm stuck here thinking. Had times debating whether life got better or not when you were here. Most of the time I can't think clear. I'm asking why'd you leave? I'm asking why'd I stay? You took a hold of me with every breath you take. I took it right back out. It's best to part our ways. You love to run your mouth. I had to walk away. Yes, I had to.
Where'd you go? I'm looking at your pictures, cause I really miss ya. It's been so long since I seen you around. Where'd you go? I'm looking at your pictures, I didn't think I miss ya. Maybe one day you'll come back around.
And I want you to know about the things I did, about the things I saw. I pray you raise our kids until they tip that walk, until they 10 feet big, until they reach their goal, just like they daddy did. Until then I'ma play my role and I'ma hit this big. A survivor on my own, I wanna etch this in. Got me sitting on the coast and I'ma get this win. Yeah, the show is oversold and I can't let you win. Yeah, my growth is overgrown, it's time to trim my limbs. Made a fighter out of stone, I'm trying to sink or swim. I'm a king without a throne, just wait till this kicks in. I've been better back home where our story began.
You said to leave, so I had to go. We said it'd be forever, now we're all alone. Where'd you go? I'm looking at your pictures, cause I really miss ya. It's been so long since I seen you around. Where'd you go? I'm looking at your pictures, I didn't think I miss ya. Maybe one day you'll come back around. Where'd you go?
Wow. Let me take this off the full screen again. Man. Okay, I see the progression. Hi, whoever that is. Hi. Oh, that's the video. It looks so real. I thought somebody was behind you, Josh. Man, man, that is really good. I love that. I like a storyline, and that, yeah, love. Miranda, I agree with you. That is really a great video. Y'all did a great job on that. I like it. I hate to say, but I like it more than the first one. I think we're progressing through time, aren't we? So,
Absolutely.
wow,
Absolutely.
Josh, man, excellent job on that. Man, you did such a great job telling that story. And you feel it
Absolutely.
even more when you can. I like those better than I like, even though the stage ones are great. Don't get me wrong, but I like when you can see the story unfolding. And I
Yeah.
like the heat of that. I like the whole feel of that. That is really good. Man, excellent
Thank you.
job, guys. That's amazing. And
Thank
that
you.
speaker looks really cool, man. That's a big mixer. We have a little mixer here at the house.
Yeah.
I like
That
man, just to see that would be really, really cool, man. Uh,
I'll be in there. I'll be in there in the studio, and that thing is out. And I mean, you just kind of glance over, and this thing's going all over the place. And I'm like, dude,
yeah,
how do you learn to use that?
that is. I know it takes a while. It takes a while. So, how did you say her name? Tarza?
Tirza? It's Tirza.
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. She said, created art through hardships. Oh, man, what a great way to put that. I'm putting that on the screen. It's supposed to be going. Let's see if it is. There it is. Created art through hardships. Well said. Yeah. And Miranda, love, love. I agree. I really, really love that. That is really good. Tells the whole story right in that video. Man, it's hard to go through breakups. It's hard to look. Man, it's just so hard. You're going to make me cry.
It
Jonathan,
is.
oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. It's all right.
I cry a
good
lot.
now. I'm good now. That's what I keep telling everybody. Hold on through the bad and get ready for the good, because the good will come back around. It just, when you're going through a storm like that, it doesn't see, it feels like it's going to rain forever. There's a good sign. There's a good song for you. You can do that next time. When you're going, it feels like it's going to rain forever. It's never going to stop, but it does. The sun comes out and you're like, oh, I made it through it. So, man, great job. Josh, anything you want to add about the video or anything else y'all want to add before we go to the next one?
Not really. Just, I really enjoyed it. It was, it spoke to me very much. So that's why I was like, yeah, I got to do something on this video.
I do got one thing to say about this video. I remember we were sitting there, it was me, Mark, Keith, and Josh, and we're sitting here kind of doing like a pre-rundown of what the video was supposed to be. And I was like, yeah, so for the outside shots, I pass this old warehouse every day, and I was like, so let's just go there. Like, let's just go and be up in the warehouse and everything. Like, we'll just park around back. I know how to get in there. And he's like, yeah, sure. So we all pile up in my truck and we drive to this old abandoned little warehouse. And right as we wrapped the corner, it was full of people back there, and we were not supposed to be back there at all.
Oh my God.
And these people just looked, and we were like, yeah, put that in reverse. We're getting out of here. And so, like,
oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Josh was like, you got any other ideas? Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere else. So where was that water? Was that the Brazos River you were at, or no? Because that bridge looks vaguely familiar. I haven't been back home, and nobody's there anymore, well, except for my sister now. But how certain things stick in your head. It's like, I know I've seen that before. Wow.
Absolutely.
Man, that's cool. That's really cool. I want to keep going, but this is a progression, and this is getting even better. I'm just like, it's like we're watching a movie of your lives unfold, for real. Yeah, for real. I'm not kidding. Okay, so the next one is POV, which I guess means point of view.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay, good.
Yes,
featuring
ma'am.
Ethan Smith. Now, again, we know Ethan because he was on our show, and this is where Ethan came on the show. Yeah, that's so crazy. His Aunt Becky, we went to school together, and she told me, hey, my nephew, and I just think it's so cool. And now Ethan knows all of you guys, and y'all know James Hollingsworth, and it's just a small world, man. It's so cool. It's so cool. So, first of all, I think Ethan is so talented. Man, I really liked his songs. He's really talented. But I didn't know he was a rapper. See, it's so cool. So tell us about this song and video, whatever y'all want to share.
I'll start a little bit, just kind of like on the audio aspect of things. So, and not to take any Ethan shine, like I'm not doing that. But so I sat back and I had this instrumental. I'd bought it and I wrote this hook. And now, granted, Ethan changed the hook just a little bit after I sent it to him in the rough draft. But honest to God, like I was like, dude, the hook I wrote it has such a harmony to it, and there's a reason I'm a rapper. My engineer tells me this all the time. He's like, Snider, you can't sing, bro. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't. And so like I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, I really want to do this. Like, who do I want to work with? I haven't worked with yet. And I was like, Ethan, dude, I want to work with Ethan. Like, I said, and like the raspiness of his voice I was like, man, it's going to do this song so much justice. And so I reach out to him and I sent him the rough draft. And he even told me the same thing. He said, Snider, don't sing like that again. And I was like, look, it was just for a concept, Ethan.
Wow.
Okay?
Like, for real?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're boys. We're hard on each other. It's not just yes men around it.
Sometimes you need that. You need somebody to be up front with you and tell it like it is, right?
That's exactly why I'm with the people I'm with right now. Is because you do need that constructive criticism.
For sure.
So, and a lot of the video itself was shot at the place where I very first met Josh, and that show that I went to of Ethan's over at Bullhide Creek, which is it's a local dive bar out on the edge of Galinda. And that the owner there, his name's Al. Al, he's been such a good contact to have. He's even allowed me to kind of do our first like hip hop shows out there at that venue
Oh,
and stuff like
wow.
that. So it's pretty cool. Josh, I'll let you go into anything else you want to talk about the video.
That's really cool.
This one was fun to shoot. I'll tell you that. It was interesting. We have some funny bloopers on that stuff. Every video we shoot, we have something happens. You know, the last one we had a guy crossing the bridge as we're recording, like he just didn't. I mean, I'm not going to say what Jonathan did, but he just like
I can just imagine.
Yeah.
So he's like, la 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 la. You're like, man, we're shooting a music video.
Right.
I can just imagine what you did, Jonathan. I can just see it. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
This one here, it was a lot of fun to shoot because we went a little bit further out. Like we went, to different locations, and we kind of made it different. I mean, I'm not gonna say we just. You'll see the video, and I told Jonathan right there. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get on that thing. Let's do it.
We'll wait till after the video shows.
Yeah,
we got some
cool.
things to talk about.
After, I know my son had told me something, similar to that. They were trying to find locations you can't just go anywhere. You got to have the right feel, the right ambiance of that location. So Here we go. I'm excited about this. POV featuring Ethan Smith. I'm excited about this. I have watched a little bit of this because this is the one I did the commercial with, but I didn't listen to the whole thing. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, it's been kind of a rough day. I was gonna call you and see if you want to go out and maybe get a few drinks or something. I guess just give me a shout back when you get a chance. I remember staying up with you all night. I remember lying next to you. It felt right. With the type of love you bring, I just wanna do it right. Look at this from my point of view. Your beauty in my eyes. Stay up from sun up till sundown. It's laid back, you lay down. In the front seat, on the back street of my truck with the bass loud. Coming up to a spot on top of the way where the high school's like to race now. But I remember back in school, that's where I blew your brakes out. And changed them, I saved you when I saw you out there stranded. With the sun beating on your face and skin looking like a box of candy. And now I drive you back to try to make you understand that I replay this moment daily. Clock his ticket, so be careful, watch the hands. I know it's getting harder to repaint the picture, and I know I'm not the same man that I was in the beginning. Now a father, you're a mother to this world. You brought my children forever. I'll be grateful to hold you close inside my vision. I remember staying up with you all night. I remember lying next to you. It felt right. With the type of love you bring, I just wanna do it right. Look at this from my point of view. Your beauty in my eyes. That vibe you give off is crazy. Your body, amazing. My point of view is perfect. About to drive you like Miss Daisy. And run my fingers through your hair, relax, sit back, be lazy. And I don't really care who gets to hear me call you baby. You're mine, over time, cause you know I put in work. All the time, I grind to be the man that you deserve. You shine, just like the sun around the earth. Yeah, that line's a little cheesy, but I felt it served a purpose. Know you're perfect, and I promise that I'll wake up every morning, give you every ounce of energy I keep for you in storage. Life is boring, and I know sometimes you can't really ignore it. I know as long as you're here with me, I'm always down for it. Staying up with you all night. I remember lying next to you. It felt right. With the type of love you bring, I just wanna do it right. Look at this from my point of view. Your beauty in my eyes. It looks right.
Wow, man, and they just keep getting better and better. Dang, man, that is so good, Josh. Great job on that video, man.
Yeah, you did a
I
good
mean,
job.
honestly, that is really really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I
Yeah, we
go
have
ahead.
some extras in that video too.
Some extras. Is that what you said? Was that who
Yeah.
was the guy on the bench? I was wondering. Was that an extra?
Hold on.
Go
Think about the
bench.
bench.
I don't know. Behind you, when there
Well,
was a bench.
so I can tell you this. So like just like we've done almost every other video, I think the count was the only one where we didn't throw like a little hidden Easter egg in it. But after the count, when we did Where'd You Go, it was
Yeah,
like let's start putting our own little like things in here to spot. That way, like if people watch it and they know us, that they know what's in here. And so like right there at the end of the scene, you've got me and uh, the lady that I had playing my significant other.
uh-huh.
You have us kind of taking that shot, and right behind us is Josh and my engineer sitting there, kind of taking their own shot as well. So you've got Josh and my buddy Blaine Hennig back
No
there
way.
in the back
I'm
seat.
gonna have to go back and watch it again for
Yeah.
real, because you don't catch all that at first.
Yeah.
And the waiter that brought us the drinks, that was my
Yeah.
roommate. He was on his way back to Boston, and that was like the last thing he was going to be able to do, and so he was the waiter.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
so it was definitely cool to have like all those people interactive in there. Like Ethan actually brought in the whole Dirt Road Rebellion. If
Yeah,
you noticed them throughout the hook and
yeah.
everything like that. So it was cool to have all that involved. I will go back just a second. I'm going to touch base on what I know Josh was going to want to talk about just a second
Okay.
ago. So that boat is not mine. You
Oh,
know,
oh my! I was in my brain. I was like, "Where'd they get the boat? Where'd they get the boat?"
Yeah.
oh, we were
I'm afraid
walking.
to ask.
We were walking, and just to what is that? That plead the fifth, and
Yeah, I got
just kind of protect my own rights here. But so
you.
we
Yeah,
were
don't say
walking.
anything to incriminate.
Right,
Incriminate. How do you say
right.
that? Go ahead.
We were walking by, and Josh goes, "How cool would it be to have a shot on the boat?" And I was like, "It would be cool, wouldn't it?" And he's like, looked around. I said, "You better get the camera rolling, buddy. Let's go!" And jumped right on this boat. And here we go.
Oh my gosh!
And
You know
and
what?
then the
I don't know. That sounds pretty exciting, even though it's wrong, but
it,
it's very
it,
exciting. It's not like you
we
hurt the boat. I'm sure you put it right back where it was.
absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely. Well, we always laughed about like, could you imagine that video moving well, and then like somebody around town seeing it
I'd
and
be
being
like, "That's
like,
my boat."
"Is that my boat?" Yeah.
Oh my
So
God! What did you rent a boat? They'd be saying, "Oh, they must have rented a boat." Oh yeah, in our
they
budget we
must
have
have
a
rented
boat
Yeah,
budget.
sure.
that.
Wow.
And then
That's great.
the shots up there, kind of like on the edge of the cliff. That's in
Yeah,
an area that's completely gated up. No trespassing or anything like that. Like you're not supposed to be over there. And Josh and I are like, again, let's do it.
climb the fence. Climb the fence. Oh my
we're gonna
God.
we're gonna
Well,
run through the track one time.
yeah.
And
Well, you know what? It reminds me, as silly as this sounds, I know. Did you know Adam Sandler, the actor Adam Sandler?
yeah,
I've watched pretty much all of his movies. Do you know every single one of his movies? He's put in his contract to have his friends. That's why you always see the same guy in his
right,
movies. And that's
right,
what you should do, Jonathan. Just say, "I want this. We're gonna have a scene with all of our friends." That's
right.
pretty cool. And then you're like this little posse. You just go around making these
Yeah,
videos, and then, like you said, have people find the Easter eggs. That's a great idea. I love that. Now I'm
yeah.
gonna go back and watch it after the show for sure. Because now I
it
want to
was
look and see where's Josh. Where's Josh?
it was definitely cool.
That is so cool, man. Y'all are living the life. It sounds like y'all are having a lot of fun doing all this. Like
That we are.
really, it does. So Josh, I got a question. Whenever, and for both of you, whenever you go out and play live, do you go there and video or photograph, or what do you do when he's playing live, or do you ever get that chance?
I haven't gone with Snider yet, honestly. But when I do shoot it for a band, like this is live. Like I got to go in there, shoot
Yeah,
the song that the band wants. Like say they choose a song, you got to shoot majority of it that song where you can see his vocals and the instruments playing, and then you
yeah.
throw some B-roll footage in there to merge it together. That way you can make it form to where it looks like it's steady. And
Continuous.
that's probably very hard because I mean I figure I think it's harder to do that. Well, people say it's harder to do that than it is to do a music video because music video is staged. Everything
Yeah,
is
you can cut it in, but yeah,
yeah. And this is but I think kind of like the live ones a little bit. It,
So do I.
I mean, it's challenging, but I kind of
Yeah,
like
that
it.
would
You
be
know?
challenging. So
Yeah.
how long does it take you to shoot like that video? How long did it the one we just saw? How long did it take
Oh,
to shoot that?
We
man,
did.
how long? Like
Well,
it.
I think
Well,
in total we did 2 days of shooting, but it was pretty well spaced out, trying to get everybody on board. Like
Yeah,
Jamie, the lady that played my love interest in that video, she's a mother, so she has kids. You know,
yeah,
I my kids actually weren't around, you know, at that point, but you know, everybody trying to be flexible with their schedules and stuff like that.
yeah,
And honestly, like half of that video was shot without like the my engineer who was kind of the director behind that.
yeah,
So that second day of shooting, I think that we just kind of like went out and we're like, let's get this done. And because we've been sitting on the project for, I think we sat on it for like a month and a half or two
a month
months,
and a
like
half.
halfway
Yeah.
done.
yeah.
And
You want to get
so
it finished.
absolutely, and that and Jamie was planning to like move to Hawaii. Like so, we were running out of time with her, and it was like,
Your love interest, you'd
yeah,
be going back to where'd you go? She went to
right,
Hawaii.
exactly,
Dang, that wouldn't be good. Well, she's gone. What are we gonna do now? We gotta get somebody else. Wow,
Yeah.
right.
man.
We
That's
talked.
not
Anything
the
We
same girl.
say about the video, Josh?
What was that?
Anything else you want to say about the video before we go on to the next song?
Not really. That one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like y'all had fun. I can't believe the boat. That's so funny. Golly, all of
I
it.
just remember as soon as we got off there, the police were coming.
Yep. Yeah, and we
Off the
got
cliff.
out of Dodge.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. It's for the art. Just tell them, sir,
Yeah.
it's for the art. It's for the art. We have to
Absolutely.
make these people happy.
Yeah, well, because the video is based on a dream. So I figure we get some random stuff like, why would they be on a boat? It's a
Yeah,
dream,
it's a dream.
So we just got a boat. We were, on a cliff. So I mean,
Yeah,
I figured it worked out.
yeah. So, Garza said, "LOL." I'm gonna be like, Mom, Josh is getting in trouble.
I got arrested.
Man, y'all just told all your secrets. I should have said,
I,
don't. Shh. No, just
I'm,
kidding.
I'm I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get your brother in trouble. We do
That's
wholesome
funny.
music.
Yeah, it's wholesome music.
Yeah.
It's wholesome music. That is funny though. I'm glad it came out the way it did. I mean, and that boat scene, I'm defending you. It's okay. The boat scene added a lot to the video. It really did. I don't think it would have been the same without the boat. The boat
The
scene.
boat had to be there.
Thank you, Miranda.
I'm like y'all are out there making a movie. Well, it basically is a movie. It's a small movie. So let's get
Yeah.
into the song. And I love the title of this. What we sow. What we sow. Okay, well, whoever wants to go first, tell me.
So So what we sow doesn't currently have a music video, and I think that as far as like mine and Josh's work together, until we get to that last unreleased track here in our live stream, we haven't really done any preparation for any other videos coming up. You know, Josh is, and props to Josh. Josh has turned into a fairly busy man, so you know
Yeah,
I've got to be punctual with my time with him, and got to make sure I fit it in where I can. But
no, I'm sure. Well, he does quality work now. People are probably standing in line, like, "Hey, Josh, can I be next?" Because
absolutely.
it's rare to find that. I believe me, I've talked to a lot of people, and I don't see very many people that have music videos. If they do, it's somebody not the real deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Real quick, let me
Absolutely.
interrupt you. Miranda said, "You guys have a great night. Have to put the kiddos to bed again. Congrats, and can't wait to watch y'all grow." Oh, that's so nice of you, Miranda.
So just to kind of give like a brief overview of like what we sow. So what we sow was kind of like one of those. It honestly was the first song that I ever wrote that really broke into more of like the alternative hip hop vibe. And you always hear the saying about reaping what you sow. Trying to
Right?
put you try to put good out into the world because eventually
Yeah.
it's going to come back to you that way. And I was just really having a hard time at that point in my life, like dealing with a lot of like the complications between my last relationship and trying to understand a lot of like the in and outs of that. And so I I've never wanted to take like the Eminem approach to things. Eminem's probably my favorite rapper, but I don't want to be the one that feels like he has to talk down
Yeah.
on people that I went through a situation with. I would rather acknowledge it for what it was. And so what we sow is basically a title representing, the things that you and I did together during all this that kind of put it where it's at, put it to an end. And so, in
Very cool.
essence, we have to reap what we sow. So
Very true. Very cool. I love the way you put that. Anything you want to add to that, Josh?
I'm ready to hear it.
All right, me too. Me too. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is What We Sow. Here we go.
I left my heart on the East Coast, and I set soul on all that we know. We could have been so strong, it's been revoked.
Late beats, this go crazy. Jimmy,
I left my heart on the East Coast, and I set soul on all that we know. We could have been so strong, it's been revoked. Yeah, I hope you play my song. Stuck on repeat though. Hope you know you're wrong. Let it bleed slow. What's the point in going on? Call the police, bro. I ain't doing this again, don't know what else you could possibly want from me. I done got my ass handled and flipped the block, spite the poverty and the DNA inside my son deserves an academy. The saddest thing I ever did was wave at them at 30,000 feet in the air. I put my hands in the air, I didn't run anywhere. Your daddy's never been scared, but with everything that's happened within the last 2 years, I'd be a fool not to book a flight and come back here. And I regret it daily, it's been crazy living my life without my little babies, always playing just outside. A psychiatric patient feeling faded out my mind. I wish I could've stayed, but that just takes some time. I left my heart on the East Coast, and I set soul on all that we know. We could've been so strong, it's been revoked. Yeah, I hope you play my song. Stuck on repeat though. Hope you know you're wrong. Let it bleed slow. What's the point in going on? Call the police, bro. Yeah, I hope you play my song on repeat with our kids inside the car. Hope the feeling makes you queasy. Hope it hits you in your heart. Flashback to the day you stuck my ass behind these bars, and I made it through the struggle. I just gained a couple scars. I ain't going nowhere. Nah, I ain't leaving. Been a fighter, put my hands in the air, but I ain't bleeding. You're a rider who don't sit in a chair. Now that's deceiving. Took my heart and sucked the life out of there. Now that's depleted. And I regret it daily, it's been crazy living my life without my little babies, always playing just outside. A psychiatric patient feeling faded out my mind. I wish I could've stayed, but that just takes some time. I left my heart on the East Coast, and I set soul on all that we know. We could've been so strong, it's been revoked. Yeah, I hope you play my song. Stuck on repeat though. Hope you know you're wrong. Let it bleed slow. What's the point in going on? Call the police, bro.
Wow. Man, jeez, for real, they're getting progressively better. Man, what a powerful song. Man, you're telling her off without telling her off. Basically, you are telling her off without. Wow, that is really good. So I see you put your Spotify link up here. Thank you, Jonathan. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you click on that so you can check him out on Spotify. Why does it say hi, Brett? And it's Brett typing that. What's going on? That's my husband, but I don't know why he's saying hi, Brett.
Maybe he wants us to tell him hi. Hi, Brett.
Oh, that's it. Maybe that's it. Hi, that man was splitting that fire. Spitting that fire. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was really good. Oh, okay. So this is the other Brett, my stepson. He's on here. And it's good, right, Brett? Really good. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Hi to me, little Brett. Oh, it gets confusing, y'all. They're both a Brett, so it gets confusing. You're little Brett. We just call him little Brett and big Brett, even though they're both big Brett now, so it doesn't. But anyway, I'm really glad you're here, Brett. Really good, isn't he? That is Jonathan Snider, and we're here with Josh Garza here in the middle. He's the videographer and the photographer that's doing all the music videos. That one did not have a music video, but so far all the others have. So I'm glad you're here, Brett. I hope you've been here a while and you get to see some of them. If not, everybody, y'all can go back and watch on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. Just don't do it yet, because I don't want you to miss out on anything.
Absolutely.
Man, that is a powerful song. I really like that a lot, man.
Thank you.
I hope you play my songs on repeat. So you wanted to, hey, this is what I'm saying. But did you say something about repo? What is the line you said about repo? Am I hearing it wrong?
I think the line following that is, oh man, you got me stuck on my lyrics. Let's see.
That's okay. I just think it was really cool. Really cool.
I do know the ending of the bar you're talking about, and it's referring to call the police, bro.
Call the police, bro. Man.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
and not to go too far into all
Yeah.
that, but you know, a lot of the reason why I ended up halfway across the country with my kids is because I ended up in jail, and so you know, I had to kind of get out and reset myself, and so it was just kind of like my touch of that vulnerability and being open and honest to all the mistakes I've made, and you know, just continuing to try to move forward with that is just kind of like that reference of like, you know, I've been there, and unfortunately, you know, when it gets hard sometimes, and you make bad mistakes, you end up there. So it was just kind of like a play on words and a reference there within that hook.
Well, it's really, really good. It's really good, and I saw I heard your emotion in that, and I know that's a hard thing to go through, especially when there's kids involved. It's so hard. It's so hard. I
Absolutely.
was so glad to see last night that your kids are there with you. That is so cool.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Man, I love that song. I really do. I like them all, but that one so far has hit me even harder than any of them because it's just like, man, what else? What else? I was even in jail. It left my heart.
Yeah.
This is good. It's really, really good. It's really good. So
Thank
this
you.
is Marie McConaughey. She said, "Hi, Carolyn. I didn't get my notifications anymore. I wonder why, Marie." Oh, I know. I do know why, Marie, because for some reason Facebook does not put the scheduler up anymore. It says you can click and I can put it, but it won't let me. So I need to figure out a way to fix that. I'm so sorry, Marie, but I try to put the commercial on there. If you see the commercial for whoever's coming on the show, just know we will be on. But it doesn't give the reminder little pain. That's why I share the YouTube link. So, man, well done on that song, Jonathan. Well done, man. That's
Thank you.
beautiful, beautiful, really. What We Sow, great, great title. So we have another song from you. This one is called "Tattered Up Painting." It's a cool title. Um, Tell me a little bit about that, or if
Okay.
unless you want us to share something else with it, right quick, whatever.
Well, I will kind of jump back in and kind of include Josh into this one because you know we were talking about the way that he shoots live performance music videos.
Right?
Um, this is probably still to this day the song that I would like for him to, you know, as we get into working more and stuff like that, I'd like to get a live performance music video of this song produced because it's not only me on the track, it's me, my buddy Markeith, who, like I mentioned earlier, does more of like pop music, and then even my
Yeah.
buddy Reed. And Reed does more of like new age rap music. So we all have this kind of like different twist on the hip hop industry. And so this was our first track that we all really came together and collabed on it. And it's just one of those. Reed, Markeith, and I, we tend to get booked together whenever we go to like new shows and stuff like that. So
Because
it
they'll
would
sound
definitely.
really cool together. Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But it's definitely one of those songs that I think would be a good feel and a good vibe to be able to do those live performance videos that Josh shoots because you know we already mentioned the quality is what far to none. You know,
I know. I
he's
agree.
talented.
I agree. And I think that it's exceptional. Really, you do exceptional work, Josh. Anything you want to say about this song or add
I
about
love
it?
it. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good one. Oh
I
yeah.
know it's a good one. I'm excited. So I like the title, "Tattered Up Painting."
It's
Yes, ma'am.
different.
I have a feeling I know, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard it. I'm with you all, ladies and gentlemen. I have not heard this. Maybe you have, but I'm
I've
really excited.
I've heard it.
You've heard it. You've heard it, really.
I've heard it.
Okay, y'all ready, guys? Here we go.
Yeah.
Tattered Up Painting. Here we go.
Why would you
One, two,
do
that drive me crazy. Grow me up daily. Text two back, I'ma hit you with a mate. Go back, take it back like the 80s. Hit it back home in a hatchback Mercedes. Flip the switch, there's no debating. Scratches on your face when you cry like a baby. It started off great, now it looks a little grainy. Another rip and tear on a tattered up paint. I'm an artist, Go check the canvas, got tatted up corners. I still hung you above the mantle, put you front row and center in some things you couldn't handle. Started ripping at the seams when I bought you, you were brittle. When I bought you, had to take you down. Most my stuff got rearranged, had to focus on myself. That's why I packed up all the games. Started shooting for the crown through the town, they know my name. Found something solid in my health while washing out the paint, and then I dug deep. I got the brush clean. I even pulled out the resin like, nah, that ain't me. It's time to set up. I think that I'm feeling lucky. I'ma find a way to paint the perfect picture like the great Leonardo da Vinci. Crazy, bring me up daily. Text two back, I'ma hit you with a mate. Go back, take it back like the 80s. Hit it back home in a hatchback Mercedes. Flip the switch, there's no debating.
need to make a status on my artist. So you know that this is more than rapping. You can lead a horse to water, but can't make it understand it. Now with all of that said, yeah, I'ma go ahead, yeah. Re gon' red, they holler, he go fed. Heart and soul on the beat. Me gon' shed, yeah. Burning herbal lessons while I'm reminiscing. Driven by the vision and ambition, hoping that you listen, yeah.
Somebody tell me when they do that. Talking real big, but no payback.
What's up?
Promise to pay, I can take that.
Yeah.
I need it right now, ain't no way
That
that.
drives me crazy, grind me up daily. Text two back, I'ma hit you with a mate. Let's go back, take it back like the 80s. Headed back home in the hatchback Mercedes. The switch, there's no debate. Scratches on your face when you cry like a baby. Started off great, now it looks a little grainy. Another rip and tear on a tattered up paint.
You do. You do. Yeah. You do.
Wow. Wow. That's really nice. So
I was
Sheila said,
dancing.
"I love Jonathan Snyder." Man,
Well,
yeah.
I love
Yeah,
y'all
I
too.
Sheila. Yeah, that's awesome. So I may be completely wrong on this, okay? But this is the and maybe and I'm trying to listen very fast. Like I tell everybody, listen faster. So is he basically the character in the song, him, the painting is representing him, right? Is that what we're getting at, or am I completely wrong?
No. You're definitely right.
Yeah,
You know,
you're right. I
and
was really trying to listen intently. Okay, that is cool. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. You're fine. So yeah, no. The being a tattered up painting, just something that is worth a lot of value, but been through so much damage and turmoil that you're tattered up, your edges are worn, and that was just kind of like the insight behind writing the song, and like I honestly I think I wrote a hook, and after I wrote the hook, I was like, Markeith and Reed, I need y'all on this track, and they're like, awesome. So and we just
Yeah,
got to working. Um,
man,
and
that's a cool concept. That is a really cool idea. I mean, that's a really cool idea. I like that a lot.
thank you,
You're like, you got to really listen close. But I got it. I was like, is he saying he's the painting? That is so clever, man.
thank you.
You're like really good, like really smart to come up with that.
Thank you.
Go
I
ahead. I'm
really
sorry.
appreciate that. No, you're fine. And just like all my other tracks, there's always something personal that I like to put in there. So, the tattered up painting to me, when I got married and I went on a honeymoon, we got this big, giant, extravagant painting from an art auction. And it didn't get damaged. It still has its full value, but it's not something that, is in my possession anymore or anything like that. So, just kind of like in the middle of writing, that's just kind of where the initial inspiration came from was like, what about that painting?
That's really cool. And for you to go there and think of that, I mean, that means you're a true artist to me,
Thank
because
you.
I really mean that. That is beautiful, and what a great idea, man. I've never heard something like that, and that's very cool, very cool. So
Thank
Marie
you.
McConaughey says really good, and she said I generally don't listen to much rap or hip hop, but this really catches the attention. Got a lesson. Now I talk about Marie every single show because Marie is a fanatic when it comes to music, guys. She's really into country music, which is cool. She goes to
Yeah.
so almost every night she's at a show.
Oh
She's
man.
retired. That's what she does. She takes her little Chihuahua Poppy, and they support, they support people. I mean, it's just really cool. So she is a lover of music and a lover of people, and we just love her. Thank you, Marie.
Well,
That's an
I want Marie and Poppy at one of my shows.
yes. If you know what's crazy? She drives all over the place. I don't know if she would drive that far. It's a pretty good drive, but she takes her little miniature Chihuahua to these shows. It's really, really
Yes.
cool. It is really cool, and she just supports people, and she has been so great for our show. She's always sending me referrals of people, and she even made tons. She's also an artist. She's actually an artist too. She paints.
Nice.
So Marie, yeah, yeah, right. Let me know when and where. She said, "Let me know when and where," and she travels everywhere. I'm telling you,
All
John.
right. Well,
She's a yeah.
I might just take a brief moment to take advantage of this. So I've got over the next few months got a lot of work coming up lined up with WAW Wrestling, which is a more of an indie underground wrestling corporation. They put on a
Oh,
lot of live music acts. We got one coming up on October 22nd here downtown. I do have a show this weekend. It may be a little last minute though to get you to drive, and that's actually associated with another indie wrestling corporation, is DreamCon Wrestling. So between the wrestlers and their promoters, I've stayed booked, and I got to be very grateful for that. So on that note,
wow.
shout out to my guy Flip and my guy Prince Sims. They put me on for a lot of that. I've even made like wrestlers intros, like custom music for
That
their
is so
intros and
cool.
stuff.
Wow.
So other than that, I think she'd be close out there near you, right out near in Beeville.
Yeah, she's about an hour from us. She's an
Oh,
hour north of us. So
okay.
she would
Was
be, wait a minute, I'm bad with directions, Jonathan. So
You're
she would
fine.
be an hour closer to you. Yeah, she'd be an hour closer to you, I
Okay.
think.
Well,
Uh,
so we haven't put an exact date on these other two yet. I know that we've got some Dallas stuff in the works, and I believe that actually the group of us, me, Markeith, and Reed, I think that we might potentially be working on something out in Houston, which would be a little closer to y'all's area, I think.
That's
So,
cool. Yeah, that's not quite as far. Wow, that's so cool. And you said wrestling. I'll tell you what a small world it is. Our dear friend and vocalist, he's incredible. Lalo, he and his brother and the whole family. His brother does I guess they're still doing it. It's a wrestling podcast, and they know
really,
all the female wrestlers. I don't know what the group is called, but they're big. They're really big. And he goes to the shows like once a month, and they do the podcast. Well, he's got all kinds of pictures of them all over the internet. Do you is the group you're, I don't know, but I know they go up to North Texas, somewhere Central Texas area, for
yeah,
these big wrestling matches, and it's females. I
gotcha.
wish I knew the name of it right offhand. I don't want to message him while I'm on the show, but I
Right.
just think it's cool. You never know; it could be the same thing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's connected for different things. I think
They are.
that's really cool that you're getting to do that. I mean, and I bet you really bring that energy to the crowd, man. Get them pumped up, get them ready to go.
I try. I really try. It's
I
one of
bet you do.
it's one of the places where I probably feel most comfortable, just like grabbing a mic and like yelling at it like I do.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause-
Well, because it's such high energy already, right? And
right.
I've never been to one in person, but man, my daddy was a fan of wrestling. Man, you tell my daddy it wasn't real. I tell you what, he'd be like, "Yes, it is." You know what I mean? Back in the day, oh God,
Yeah,
you know. So
absolutely.
that is really cool. I can see that. I've always kind of wanted to go just to. They keep saying you should go with us, but I'm like, I don't know, but they always show
They're cool
videos.
events. They are
Yeah,
cool
that's what
events.
I heard. Man, I didn't know they did music and all that at those. That's really awesome. So, I do have something else, a lot more things I want to share. First of all, Josh, um, so all of these videos that you've done are absolutely amazing. Hold on, let me see what Marie wrote. Hold on. She said, "I love wrestling. Used to go to Port Arthur with my dad to watch studio wrestling in person. We watched it every weekend on TV. Yeah. Oh, my dad was
Oh
a
yeah,
big, huge fan. And I know it's changed a lot. Well, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. I don't know. Um, but anyway, Josh, all of these music videos we've seen, I love the way they just get progressively better, and they really, really do. But we have something special for everyone that you've shared with me, which I think is great for us to share. We have the first music video you ever did. Is that right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it a different way. This one is called Austin. We're gonna get to that, and then we'll get to your last big surprise, Jonathan. Okay,
Cool.
um,
I'm with it.
Josh, or whoever. Josh, tell us about that while I look for it real quick.
So this is the one I was telling you about that I actually went to go shoot for Ethan some photos, and this gentleman, Ron Barber, and he had his band playing out there in Ross, and he's like, "How much would you charge me to shoot some photos?" I said, $100, and he's like, "Do you do video?" I said, "Nope." Then he's like, "Just put something together, just do something." And I was like, well, I'd never done it before, and it was dark, and I just
Yeah.
barely bought that camera a week ago, so I didn't
Wow.
really study it or anything. I can do pictures, but not really video. I didn't know anything, so I just did something, and it's just a straight video, kind of bland, and there's like no cuts, there's nothing. It's just straight. But that's where the video started progressing, and it began from there.
I bet.
So
I mean, yeah, because isn't it almost like, man, I gotta keep doing this. That looked pretty
yeah.
good. Let me keep doing better and better and better and better. And before you know it, man, God only knows how many artists have you done videos for now? Just a few? I mean, you've barely been doing it a while, but got quite a few, huh, Jonathan? Really?
I'm taking a guess. I'm taking a guess.
Really?
No, that's too many.
That's too many.
Ah.
Yeah, I haven't had too many yet. I'd figure like 4 or 5.
That is
Yeah,
not too shabby. It's really not. Tell everybody again what the name of your company is again, Josh.
it's Blue Shutter Media.
Blue
It
Shutter.
was, yeah, it was my last name and in productions, but I figure I kind of don't want to put my name in my actual company. But I do.
Aha.
Thank you, Jonathan. But I do
Awesome.
use my photography is actually a different name because it's more like a signature line. It's not really a company name, but it's just Day Garza Photography. Just I use that as my signature. But the company is actually Blue Shutter Media, and that's
Blue
the one
Shutter.
that's registered. So
So if they reached out to Blue Shutter Media, they could get all the information and they could contact you by going to there, right? Is that the best
yes,
contact?
yeah. I just had somebody hit me up 2 days or yesterday actually. They need a 2 video shot on Friday, so now I have something to do Friday.
Hey, that's so cool, man. Once the word gets out, I bet because that
Yeah,
from what I've heard, it's hard to find someone that's doing them for. And I'm not even going to ask. I want to know, but I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to put you on the spot. But it's hard to find somebody that will do a music video. My husband, where he works, there's a guy. He does like the digital. I don't know what they do. What do you call it? Brett, what do you call that? I know he's watching. And he said they can charge up to like $10,000. I mean, these things get expensive. And he said, oh my God, because, he asked him about doing like a commercial for us just to see. And he goes, it'd
yeah.
probably be about 10 grand. He's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, so a buddy of mine, he's like, okay, so is it worth it if I get a drone and the license to fly it? I said, do it because I can't do both. I can't. I'm still gonna have to hire somebody if I had a drone to fly the drone while
Yes.
I'm doing the groundwork. So it's like I can do one or the other. So regardless, it's good for them to get it, and that way I can actually, merge them together and help him out, and it helps me out as well. But it's all about getting started. You know what I mean? It's all
Yeah,
new.
absolutely. And
Thank you.
we did have a videographer on the show before, and it was really cool. He's just down the road, but he doesn't do music videos. But the cool thing is, he has the drones because he does weddings, and he was showing us some.
I
He
do.
did like a school event, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh man!" I thought that was really really cool. But how neat would it be to be able to pair up, like you said, with someone
yeah. I
and
do quinceañeras. I do
thing?
weddings, everything. It's not just music, but I do try to stick to music because I love music and I love the art of it, and I love bringing the video to the music, and it helps form a little bit better. And I kind of like it. Like I said, I'll do either one, but I do love music. That's where I try to stick my business towards.
Yeah, and if you got to do it all almost to make a living, and plus, you want to
Yeah,
be well rounded. So, if like say if I wanted a video here in Beeville, which is a long way from you, do you ever travel to do videos? Like, what is the furthest that you would be willing? I know it would depend on the pay and all that, but I'm just
yeah.
saying, 'cause we have a lot of people that do music, whether it be a music video, a commercial, perhaps. What would you be willing to travel for that, depending on what it is, right?
Yeah, depending on it, because I will, fuel and all that good stuff and the
Yeah.
time on the road. I did shoot 7 hours from here for a quinceanera.
Oh,
Yeah, it's my hometown is the McAllen, Texas area, South Texas, so I'm close. Yeah, so that's where my family is from.
well, that's
I
where
pretty
some
much,
previous guests, I believe that's where they're from. Kaiser and the Damaged Goods, I believe, are from McAllen. They were on our show. They're
yeah,
great. I don't know
okay,
if you know them, but man, they're really cool guys. You would love them. They are so awesome. Um,
yeah,
yeah, wow, that's so cool. Yeah, because we just did a Carolyn's Corner Live in September the 10th, our first music festival, and it was so cool. And my
okay,
husband and I kept saying, man, I wish we had somebody to take pictures at least, because we
yeah.
were too busy. We were too busy. But something like that, I don't know, man, that'd be really cool to do like a music video. Who knows? We're planning to do another one this coming year. I know, wouldn't that be something, Jonathan?
Oh
God
yeah.
That'd
willing,
be
and I mean that
great.
literally, God willing, we want to do another one this coming September, but we want it to be even more. We want to do a 2-day event. We're really ambitious. I don't know. We're going to win a lottery or something before.
I get that.
You know what I mean? I'm being for real. So I just keep saying God willing, because if it happens, it's going to be really cool. We got a lot of
Yeah,
great ideas. And who knows? We may need. I know it's a long drive. We've got a young lady. She's in San Marcos. She's willing to drive to come to the show. She is more of a. She is really cool. She's with a band called Aura Zora, and she's more like a rock. She even takes those heavy metal rock songs and turns them into ballads. It's amazing.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm already thinking, do we want to include hip hop? Because we've got so many different people now. It's like, if I had, I've been talking about it since day one, man. If I had the way, I would just go have everybody. But there's no way. There's no way. We would need 2 weeks, 3 weeks, at least. Give everybody 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to hear local because you don't know what's out there. That's what I like about it. Like it's like hidden gold. It's like jewelry you dig up, from the ground or something. But you don't hear it on the radio. It's not mainstream. It's something that's just like, man, have you heard this before?
I know
it's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really, really cool because we have brought people to the forefront that would otherwise be in the shadows. And that's literally what I feel. Maybe not in the shadows, but maybe we wouldn't know about them in Beeville, Texas. Maybe they wouldn't know about them in Corpus or whoever's, wherever they are watching them. So yeah, and I always say every single person watching can spread the word and build the family, to get it bigger and bigger. And that's what we keep trying to do. Let me see what she said. I wish I could have helped, and that was on. I think I missed that response. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was for the quinceañera down south.
Oh yeah. That would have been cool.
My sister was with me when I took the pre photos. Oh, They came out amazing, beautiful.
Oh, I bet. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I told everybody last time we all had a little group thing. I said I want to get some photographs, and somebody took like one picture of us. But, one of these days I want to do like a real photo shoot. It would be really cool. So let's get back to the song. So this video is called Austin. So it's just a plain video, but I like the song. I listened to a little bit of it too. There is a lot of talented people who are in the chat. Yeah, there really are. It's crazy. It is. I didn't realize. I mean, honestly, you guys, do you realize like people are everywhere, just going through social media, going through TikTok, going through Facebook. I'm blown away at all these independent artists because everybody's going that way now. And I want to mention to you what I've mentioned to a couple of other guests. I think you'll appreciate this and agree maybe. The pandemic, as horrible as it was, and it kept everybody at home, I think it also forced people to find something else, like to find what is it, what else can I do, And then, right. And then in addition to that, I think before it was more like, this is the feeling I get. It was more like, no, I'm doing me, you do you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's like, we're going to do this together. I see that with every genre. I do. I really do. Like, like you guys, y'all are definitely a good example of that. Like you're including your buddies, you're including your friends, you're doing the videos, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's just so cool. I mean, it just, I think it was actually in a way, yeah, exactly. It was a blessing and a curse in a way. And that's exactly what I was going to say. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's true. And I think it's a positive thing. I really do. Yeah. So let's play this video. So this one is a little bit different. I'm going to have to put us in the waiting room. It doesn't hurt too much. I'm just going to have to grab you and throw you over to the left. Okay. So, well, I'm not that strong. So get ready. Josh, you're going first. Wait, let me get over here.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Get ready. Ow. Okay, Jonathan, your turn.
No.
Get over there. Now I got to throw myself. Do you know how hard it is to throw myself? I'm doing it anyway. Here we go.
Well, 6 a.m. I'm wide awake. You're up in Austin alone these days. I'm still torn up, cause I love you. It don't mean a damn, cause he still does too. Say now, girl, what can I do? These lines been rough, but that's nothing new. My messed up dreams, I still see you. I out of my mind, you're still there too. Cause you won't love me like I love you. Well, you need the city to love you through. Well, the nights that you can't make it through, when it seems like no one else wants you. Cause Austin makes You lift my heartbeat up and torn. Now I just drank to heal my scars, 'cause I don't show myself these days. I've been drunk and high for 3 weeks straight. Through all the hell that I've lived in, my mind just seems to let you in. 'Cause I stay strong on my heart's desire. You're still on the heat of my fire. 'Cause you won't love me like I love you, like I love you.
Okay, I'm bringing us all back. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Throwing you back in there, Josh. Did that hurt?
Oh yeah.
Jonathan, hold on. Here I come. I'm gonna get you. It's like you're in a well. I'm dragging you out of there, man.
Oh God! Thank God! Oh, thank
I
God!
know you were getting a little scared. I saw the fear in your eyes.
It was dark in
So
there.
it was. I always say our green room, which is hilarious. It's like our green room. We have no snacks. We have nothing in the green room. Just pitch blackness. Oh my gosh. Hey, you know what, Josh? I actually like that video. I think
Yeah,
you did a
so
great job.
it's so plain, and it
I
was
know
just like just do something. So I was like, okay,
Well,
I
Yeah,
I thought I was done.
it helped
I
that they had a smoke machine, though. It made it even
Yeah,
more. Wow, man, you did a good job. I mean, you focused on the drummer a lot, but I liked it.
and there you go. That's exactly what everybody tells me. They're like, well, because
They did.
I'm learning how to play the drums too. So I have a thing with like,
Oh,
so my wall art that's printed is all drummers that I've took pictures for.
really? No
So
way. See,
yeah,
y'all. I did not know that. See, my brain is
yeah.
connected with you. That's a scary place to be in my brain.
Everybody, I mean, especially Ethan. Ethan's always like, man, you're always so focused on the drummer. You're always on the drummer. It's like, my bad, my bad. It's just, it's my favorite thing. And I
Yeah,
have a
no,
drum
that's so
set. So,
cool. That is
yeah.
so cool. No, I thought it was good. I really did. And I like the song. I really like the song. So we have one of our regular wonderful viewers that hasn't been on in a while. Edgar, I hope you're doing good. Edgar Ramos, what a great guy he is. Drums are my favorite, Maurice said. So I got to advertise for Edgar. Y'all, this is going to be funny, but it's not meant to be funny, okay? Edgar makes homemade pickles. And I know you're like, pickles of all things. Edgar
Okay.
and his wife make some good pickles. So if you want some good pickles, reach out to Edgar. They now make the spicy ones. They make the bread and butter. I mean, they're really good. Man, my
Ooh,
mouth is watering. I want to pickle, Edgar. I really, really do.
I
I
So
have
was
it
it's
in the
good to
messaging
freezer.
him
see
just
you.
now.
Do what?
I was trying to message him just now for some good
Oh
pickles.
yeah, he wants some pickles. Yeah, I'm for real. They're really, really good. Edgar, it's so good to see you, man. I hope you're doing okay. Pickles by Big E. And I have to say, I had a part in that
Okay.
name. He said, I don't want to call it just whatever. I said, well, call it Big E. I was like, ah. So he's got a cool little logo, a little pickle dude. He's really cute. Hey, that's what it's all about, right, Edgar?
That's cool. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, for real. We try to support each other as much as we can because Beeville, you may or may not know, is not a very large town. So we try to support each other. I try to shout out to Edgar any chance I get because he's doing pretty good with his pickle presentation. I don't know. I just had to say, uh, oh God, I was gonna do the Peter Piper. Don't do it. Don't even get me started, man. So you're a rapper, Jonathan, but what you don't know is I have written part of a rap song years ago and I feel inclined
Ooh,
to share it with you. It is a very short verse. Now,
I want to hear it.
with, okay, now with proper credit, I may allow you to add this to one of your songs. Okay, here we go. Ready? My husband is in the other room.
you got the mic?
Okay, and I don't even know if it's just a little hook. Okay, ready? I can't even do this straight, man. Here we go. When you're choking on your food and you don't know what to do the Heimlich. When you eating up your chicken and you think it's finger licking, do the Heimlich. That's all I got. So you can
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the Heimlich. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Let me
Oh my God.
put it.
Carolyn,
Let me put a beat.
how much?
No,
How much
Yeah,
you
go
charge
ahead.
for a feature?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't have a beat.
Be careful though, because it's gonna hit big. And then I always tell
I
everybody
like that.
this because my son, because of him, he was rapping for a long time. I came up with a line one day and he goes, Mom, you did not come up with this. And this is way back. He's y'all's age, probably a little bit younger than you guys. He's 32. I forgot how old he is. Oh my God. I'm old. Anyway, and I said, because I'm in Beeville, right? So I said, And I thought it was so good. I said, it's Carolyn in B-Town throwing the beat down. And he goes, no, you did not come up with it. And I was like, dang, where'd that come from? Anyway. Okay,
That
enough
sounds like
about me. Enough about me.
that sounds like a producer's tag. Like
Yeah.
it's Carolyn in town throwing the beat down. Like
Gotta
yeah, bring the
put
beat
your hand
back.
on it. I like
Great.
that.
Nice to meet you. See, I tell everyone that
Oh,
I
man.
listened to way too much Dr. Seuss when I was a kid. Because I don't know how many shows we've done where I start rhyming and I can't stop. It's hilarious, man. We got to have fun. We have to laugh because, oh, yeah, Edgar wants to know where's the band from? Good question. They are from
Waco.
Waco, Texas. And the crowd goes wild. Yay. That's my old hometown, Edgar. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, the name of the band is Jay Snider, actually, right? Do you have a name? Yeah, there you go. What is the name? Do you have a name for your band, or we need that recorded for your intro? Yeah, we do. So which one? Oh yeah, it's Carolyn from Beat Town throwing the beat down. Yeah, but I need a deep voice. No, doing it like a psychedelic voice. I don't know what that sound is. What they do, like the announcer.
Right.
You know, at the wrestling thing. Let's get ready to rumble. Anyway, I have to stop. I'm getting silly. What it is, it as a TikTok sound. Oh yeah, we needed it as a TikTok sound. Good idea. Let's do that. Let's make it happen. I don't know how to do it, so y'all just do it, and then I'll sign it or whatever you want me to do.
I know a studio.
You happen to know someone. I know someone who knows someone.
I do.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Man, it's a lot of fun. I have so much fun doing this show. So Edgar Ramos, Edgar is also learning to play the accordion. You're learning to play the drums. See what we're secretly doing? We're secretly building an underground band. And then when I don't know why we're underground, but we're underground. And then me with my little beat down, and then you got your drums, and I have a set of drums that are just sitting here waiting to be played. I don't know why. Yeah, for real, I do. A young man that was on our show, on the radio show, we need a Jay Snider intro for your podcast. Oh, what a great idea, Brett. My husband is a genius.
Let's do it. We may or may not have been discussing this, pre-video.
We do need something. I want to
Brett,
make it like bam. See? Maybe for real, maybe we could come out. I know y'all are so awesome. Y'all can you can make an intro in your sleep, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you would say. I don't know. Yeah, we do need that.
It's a pretty good topic of conversation to lead into like what we're about to talk about next. I think with the upcoming track we're about to play that's unreleased, because custom music is definitely something that I do. It is definitely something.
What? See, I did not know that. I mean, I knew you wrote songs, but are you telling me, Jonathan? Tell me, Jonathan, are you saying that if I come to you and say, hey, Jonathan, my dog got ran over by a car and then the cat got whatever, you could say, well, I'll write you a song about it.
Yeah, and by the time I'm done with it, you're going to really hate that car, but we're going to get it done.
We will get it done. No, that's so cool. For real, you can like do custom songs because that's in right now. Right. I see that all over.
I see Brett commenting. He said like he does the intros for the wrestlers, and that's exactly what it is. So they've reached out. They've reached out to me over last year and a half. I've got probably 3 different wrestlers that I have their own intros for, and what I do is I basically have them go through, find a beat that's somewhere close to the BPM that I like to work in, and I'll give them a list of things to go through, and they find something they like, and I will question them about like their character. Like, tell me about your wrestling character. Tell me about his bio. Tell me about your special moves. Tell me about this, that, and the other, and I'm going to incorporate it all into it. And so, like, at these DreamCon and WAW shows that I've had the privilege to be a part of, like I'll be sitting there and a wrestler come out and there's my intro and I'm like, yeah, but it's very custom built and custom based to whoever's reaching out for it.
That's really cool.
I might, if you're okay with it, I might just kind of lead into kind of talking about this unreleased track because
I know I'm perfect. Excited about this. A big surprise.
Yeah,
absolutely. Tell them y'all are here for a first. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I had a family friend of mine reach out. I went to school with their kids, and they reached out and they were like, "Hey, you
That's
know,
amazing.
our son loves your music, you know, and we have a gender reveal coming up. So, what do you think about writing a song specifically for him and for the gender reveal, and for him and his, you know, expecting mother, and coming and performing it at the gender reveal? And I was like, and to be honest with you, and I got to be honest with you, at first I was like, look, it's not a bad idea, but I'm a rapper, so like,
Yeah.
remember if I get out there talking about like, yeah, we're having a baby, that's cool, you know, like that's kind of corny, you know. So I was like, you're gonna have to give me a minute to really think about this. And
That's
the very next
hilarious.
day, the very next day, I reached out to my engineer, and I was like, Blaine, dude, I gotta ask you something. He was like, what's up? And I was like, dude, I had someone ask me to do this, and it would be cool. I think it has the potential to be cool, but like, does it not have more potential to be extremely corny? Like, am I gonna like
Yeah.
plummet my rap career off of this gender reveal song? And
That's cool.
he goes, Snider. He says, Snider, you got kids, man. Like, you remember what it was like
Yeah.
whenever you were waiting to find out, like, if it was a boy or a girl, like, waiting for that baby to come into life. And he was like, write from your own experiences, but make it something that's personal. Make it something that's relatable for them. He was like, and you know, you do that. I think you could do something with it. And sure enough, I went home searching instrumentals like crazy, and I finally found one, and I was like, you know what? I think this will work. So I'll fast forward a little bit. I'd reached out to Josh, and I was like, look, bro, I want you to come to the gender reveal with me. I was like, as far as the expecting mother and father know, um, I'm just there as like a family friend, and I'm there
Yeah.
supporting, and I'm going to bring a videographer to
Oh my
document the gender
gosh.
reveal. So he's like,
Channel 5
cool.
showed up.
Yeah, right.
That
So
dude.
we get we get out
That's
there,
so cool.
and of course, you know, they're like, Snyder, why'd you bring a video guy? And I was like, dude, you got to document your stuff, right? And he was like, dude,
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough. Like, I haven't seen you in years. I'm so cool. Like, it's so cool. Music's going well for you. And I was like,
They
dude, I
had no
appreciate
idea.
that. Had no idea.
Oh my gosh.
And so we go and we finally get like past the gender reveal, and it was an awesome gender reveal. It was really cool to be a part of. And right after the gender is actually revealed, I queued that song up, and here it goes. And it was supposed to be a big full on live performance thing. Unfortunately, it didn't happen to go exactly that way. I had some last minute scheduling problems with a DJ that I had booked, and no hard feelings. You know, sometimes you got to go where business is paying you, and that's
Yeah.
part of life in this industry.
Dang.
And so anyway, I got to put it on for him, and just seeing the expression and the emotion that filled this expecting husband and expecting mother when they realized that this song was literally like about us. Like, this is about exactly what we're going through right now. And
Oh
it was
my
just
god.
it was so heavy, and it was like, as an artist, it made me feel so good. I was like, this is why I make music, because like this means something. Like, and so
Exactly.
afterwards we all sat down, and I was like, all right, look, so the real reason I brought Josh here is because I want to use y'all's story as the storyline of this song. Like, when we put out a music video and everything, definitely would want to have your approval on that. That's why I'm talking to you about it. But I think Kathleen, they had a girl. They had a little girl.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
so we're talking about it, and they are just so ecstatic about this. And they even planned with Josh to be able to have like footage from right after the baby's born, with
Yeah.
mom and dad in the hospital, to be able to close the song storyline all the way out. So
Yeah.
their baby and the things that they're bringing in the world, this miracle, is going to be something that, not only, you know, I didn't do this to help my music career as much as I did it to give them something that would just stick with them forever. You know, that daughter's
Yeah.
gonna grow up and be like, you know, this rapper wrote this song about you. You know,
Yeah.
and like, this is your story and it coming into the world. And so yeah, it was an amazing experience. I'm definitely glad that I did it. I don't think that releasing this song is going to plummet my rap career at all.
No.
If anything, it's probably going to take it in a completely different direction. It's going to take it uphill.
Yes.
And between Josh and I, and my director, my engineer, I think that we're going to really create something that is I mean, unbelievable. Like it's something that I definitely want to do. I don't think rap music does a lot of like real deep storylines and things like that. I mean, they do. Don't get me wrong, but not as far as gender reveal. It's not as far as like bringing
Yeah,
life to the world. And so it's going to be
that's
something
so
awesome.
awesome.
It's
That
going to
is
be
Okay,
so
well,
something.
awesome. I had no idea. Go
my
ahead,
sister,
Jonathan.
my sister commented, definitely need to see it. Well, you got to wait a little bit.
Yes.
So when I was talking with these people, I was like, you know what? I got a better idea. Let's actually have footage of everything, like birth, and let's get it all, and let's incorporate it in the music video. And Snyder's like, you know what? Yeah, yeah, let's do it. So the baby's not born yet, so we can't continue the music video yet.
the
But
the
Oh,
they're from New
I don't,
York.
yeah, I don't mean to cut anybody off, but the expecting mother
I
just
see that.
commented. That's her right there. She
Oh
said
my
we listen to our
gosh.
song every day.
Oh my
I
gosh. Hello,
remember.
Noelle. Noelle. First of all, let me say congratulations. Wow. Man, I had no idea, Jonathan. I
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
no idea that you did this for that's epic. I mean, that really is. I see videos of people writing love songs for their significant others, and you see that on TikTok and Facebook. But to do
yeah.
a video about, man, that is so awesome. That is
I'm
so
definitely
awesome.
excited.
Man, I'm excited for everybody to hear it and see it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. I can introduce it. I can introduce it. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
you
Introduce
know,
it.
with mine and Josh's privilege on being on the show, it definitely was something that we wanted to make sure that we brought something that was going to be memorable, something that people would never forget on the show. So it's my pleasure to introduce "Life in You" by Jay Snider, a song written for a very beautiful little girl who will be here in to be a month and a half or two.
You're going to make me cry. This is exciting. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Get ready. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Here we go.
I've been working all my life for you. In the dark, good enough. That's when I write for you. I punch it early, hit the clock. Hit overtime for you. We took a trip around the block. I'll take it right for you. I started changing all the locks to make it right for you. My family took it as a shot, just like the outlet blew. I got a lock in the dark. We have a life for two. The time is ticking on the clock. You hold my life in you. I remember staying up late, on edge for the first few weeks. I was in my head every day and night, thinking about how I got an extra mouth to feed. I ain't never been the type to back down. Stand up when I face defeat. Looking back, it makes me proud. You saw a father to be, and I'll be everything that I can, everything that I planned, everything that I dreamed. Be the one pulling up in the drive, holding my wife with the kids in the backseat. Telling me they love me, kissing and hugging, no matter what, never put no one above them. Carry my weight like I'm carrying luggage. Babies look great, guess they get it from their mother. Cause of you, my love for you is coming soon. The rendezvous, we up all night. In the mood, me and you jamming to any tune to hit just right. I'm the dude made for you, me and you running through a game called life. You're the one that's making me the proudest man I'll ever be. You gave me life. I've been working all my life for you. In the dark, good enough. That's when I write for you. I punch it early, hit the clock. Hit overtime for you. We took a trip around the block. I'll take it right for you. I started changing all the locks to make it right for you. My family took it as a shot, just like the outlet blew. I got a lock in the dark. We have a life for two. The time is ticking on the clock. You hold my life in you. We got a few months left, and many years to go. That's a lot of time for you and I to watch our baby grow. No, I'm not the best. I never claimed to be, but there's something inside you that makes me a better me. I don't ever wanna go back. I don't ever wanna change up. I wanna be that type of dad that makes you laugh hard when I wake up. Just know I'm never going anywhere, and I hold you in the rocking chair. Late night, run my fingers through your hair, and when you fall asleep and all you need is love for me, then I'm there. It's you and me with little feet running up and down these stairs. A picture perfect memory, the type you can't repair. But as long as you're here with me, there's nothing that compares. Cause I've been working all my life for you. In the dark, good enough. That's when I write for you. I punch it early, hit the clock. Hit overtime for you. We took a trip around the block. I'll take it right for you. I started changing all the locks to make it right for you. My family took it as a shot, just like the outlet.
Wow, man. Gosh, Jonathan. Really amazing. Yeah, we listened to, oh my gosh. That is such a great song. It's not only about the birth of their child, but it's a love song. Man, you just do
Absolutely.
everything you can for that. Oh man, that's beautiful. For real, Jonathan. Great job.
Thank you.
Letitia said
Thank you.
my favorite one. Love it. So great. I know it was really beautiful, Marie. Now I got to ask Marie this because Marie is, like I am. We love country music. We love all music. But Marie, did you ever think we would have somebody doing rap on here and we're going, dang, that's, you know what I mean? It's just so good, man. Your style is so good. Your lyrics are amazing. I can't. There's no. You run out of words to describe these. Thank you all so much, man. Dang, that was from Jonathan. Sorry.
Yeah, it was me.
Man, that's good. So on that song, are you? So you're going to do a music video to it later. I
Yes,
cannot
ma'am.
wait. I want to give you an open invitation if you want. Of course, if the parents to be want. I think that's so
Absolutely.
amazing. I love that song. Oh my gosh. I want to give you an invitation when it's released to come back on the show and we'll play it live for everyone and let them see that video. Love
Perfect.
to do that because I already
Well,
know. Just, man,
Perfect.
I'm for real. And I tell everyone that's been on the show that I've been blessed enough to have on the show, and that's really what I feel. Steven said, I love you, Jonathan Snider. Amazing job on this song. I pray for your success. Yeah.
Thank you
Well,
very much.
gosh, man. I tell you right now, Jonathan and Josh, if you were out there doing things like this to help, and I mean really touch people like that, I didn't know you were doing that. That makes it even, if it's possible for me to think even more of you than I did before, well, I do. Because that you got into
Thank
their
you.
psyche. I could just feel it. I just know. I mean, that song says it all. That's beautiful. That's perfect for any married couple, any couple with children. Man, it's
Absolutely.
beautiful. Great
Thank you.
job.
Thank you. I'm kind of fighting myself, getting a little emotional here myself. That song does
Hey,
mean
me
a whole
too.
lot to me.
I think I had a little tear come down my
Yeah,
face.
I know. And when you added the kids in the
Yeah.
background laughing, oh,
That
you know,
was
Okay.
I can't take credit for that one. That was all my engineer over at the playground. He
Great.
sent me this, and I told him that the first time I heard that master come out and that
yeah,
baby right there at the end, I said, "Bro, you just broke me." Like I was sitting here in my truck, like really listening. Like, okay, I'm listening to beat drops. I'm listening to like
Yeah.
the way
yeah,
he mastered, and like I'm listening to that final hook that has those extra runs in there. And then right as it stopped, and you hear that baby crying, I was like, "Oh, bro, you just
See,
killed
yeah,
me."
yeah, and like for Jonathan, Jonathan's got kids, and for me, it hit the opposite.
yeah.
It makes me want to cry because I don't have kids,
You don't have
and
kids.
I always wanted to be a father. Like
Yes.
that. That I
Well,
mean, I just
yeah. Oh, the
it,
heartbeat. My husband said I love the heartbeat. Also,
That was him
thank
too.
you, Brett. Actually, great. Great. I'm glad you noticed that. I did too, but it was so good overall. I forgot about the heartbeat in the very beginning. I videoed my niece having her baby. She loves the video. Wow. Yeah, that
you
is
said, yeah,
epic, man. I tell you what, this should definitely, and I know you didn't do it to help your career necessarily. You did it because that's what you do. You know what I mean? When you have a gift like
Absolutely.
that, it's a gift. It is a gift.
Thank you.
yeah,
And
Thank you.
absolutely.
I believe that. I believe when I was little, my grandpa used to always tell me, everyone has a gift. It's up to us to find out what that gift is and then do something with it. And the fact that you're doing something with your gifts, man, that's so awesome. You could just be sitting there and not even just think about it. Can you even, I bet y'all, I don't know, I can't, and I'm not even in your brain, but I can't even imagine your life personally without you doing this. I mean, it feels like, right? Does it feel like that to you? Like this, man, I found what
Absolutely.
I need to be doing. I found my calling. I found my
Absolutely.
purpose.
Absolutely. It does. And I try to, I live life in such like an arrogant and non-humble way for so long. Like I'm just at a point in my life where it's hard to recognize that sometimes. Like you don't want to feel like you're just like boosting your own ego. But honestly, there's a sense of satisfaction in finding like relation between the people who listen to it and the people who reach out. And it's like, man, not only are
Absolutely.
you making me feel good about what I'm doing, but I'm feeling good about the way that it resonated with
It's
you.
touching,
Yeah, right, Josh? It is.
very touching.
It
Yeah,
is touching. And man,
and
to
that
bring it to life with the words, with the music, with the video, I mean, and I can't wait. This video is it's gonna break me. I'm telling you. As a
it gives
mom,
Yeah,
me the chills. It
most
gives me the
important,
chills so
yeah,
bad. When I first heard it, I said, 'cause he sent me the rough track, and I said, yeah, that's without the heartbeat and the laugh at the end. And then now when I heard the final, I was like, man, this it just brings chills to me because like anybody that does music, I mean, I don't do music, unfortunately. I'm just not that talented. But
I think you're very talented.
so thank you. But not only do you don't just listen to music, you feel it, and that's
Yes.
a whole different thing than somebody listening to the song. They're like, okay, that song sucks. Okay,
Yeah.
this song's okay. But if you actually sit there and listen and appreciate the lyrics, and you kind of understand music a little bit better, and that's what the videography comes into music. You
Yeah,
feel it, and that's why I feel like I can bond with the music. It's because I feel it and I put it together to bring it out.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
and the fact that you wrote that for somebody else from your own perspective, man, that's I mean that's cool. But the cool thing is I always think about that. My husband said that one is a hit song. I agree with you, Brett. Believe me, we've
Thank
heard a
you.
lot of great songs on this show already. We've been so fortunate, and I can really I mean well several of them. I'm not kidding, but that one really strikes a chord. It really does. Anytime you involve children, man, it really brings it home. Yeah, good
Absolutely.
point, Brett. I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Good
definitely.
job, Snider.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
great
Thank you.
job, man.
Thank
Agreed.
you.
Yeah.
And
Um,
Blaine,
yeah,
can't
but
forget that.
my engineer is something else, man. Like
Yeah.
he continues to push me to different limits. Like
Yeah.
there's a funny joke that we always talk about between him and I, and Josh is in on it now, and Reed, Markeith, everybody kind of gives me grief, but they're like, I was in there in the studio one time, and I was really trying. I mean, I was pushing my vocals, and I
Yeah.
shouldn't have. And he cut me off in the middle of the hook, and he goes, "Who do you think you are, Blink 182?" And I was like,
Yeah.
he was like,
That's hilarious.
just
He
leave
put
that
you
one
right in your
alone.
place, didn't he?
He did, but that's what I
Wow.
need. He coaches me, he manages
Yeah.
me, you know,
Man, that's
and
now that is cool. That is really cool. Because that you got to do that. You have to have somebody, like with me, and I'm not even close, nothing at all the same, but I just give you an idea. Like I always tell my husband, "Do you like that song I wrote?" He'll go, "Yeah, I like it." I'm like, "No, tell me the truth." You know what I
yeah,
mean? You want
Yeah.
somebody,
Be
and
honest.
most people will just say, "Yeah, it's good," because they love you already and they don't want to hurt you.
absolutely,
But sometimes you want somebody to give you that cold hard truth. Well, I like
You
that, but
do.
I don't like that. It's nice to get the truth. Wow.
absolutely,
Yeah, and Marie said if you don't feel it, then it isn't good. You have to feel the music. That's true, Marie.
Yeah.
That
Like
is,
it's the same thing as video. I can't
yeah,
tell you how many times I've had, you know, somebody say I just didn't like it. I can't use it. Like I
yeah,
wow,
have several of them that I gotta shut down. But it's understandable, and I can see where it's at, and I take that as constructive criticism
yeah.
and build from there. Because yeah, it's not perfect, and I screw up I screw up a lot, and that's where it all comes from.
Well,
yeah,
that's part of the game. That's how you learn. I tell everybody that I don't, unless I do it wrong, I'm not going to know how to do it right. Really,
Yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely,
we're all just
absolutely.
going on a wing and a prayer. We don't really know what we're doing. Life is like that. To me, it's just like one day, okay, we're going to do this. We don't know what we're just like this show. We don't know what we're doing. It's definitely not
Now,
a. That's
it's
why we're trying
it's
to get better and
random.
better. I'm like, let's learn. I'm going to try to learn. So I'm starting to listen to more podcasts and. You learn from
Yeah,
mistakes. That is so true. So,
absolutely.
guys, I don't want to rush you off. Please don't rush. But I do have a couple of great sponsors I need to let everyone hear from. Okay, guys. Did you want to
okay,
hang out and listen to the little?
yeah,
They're very short.
I'll stay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, because I see a comment or two that I'd like to respond to, so I'll
Yeah,
stick
go
around
ahead.
till
Go ahead.
no, I'll stick around till after your commercial breaks and
Okay.
stuff, and give me a chance to interact
Yeah,
with him afterwards.
Yeah, I just don't want to forget to do my commercials because I've
You're
got the work.
perfect.
As you get older,
You're
man, it's
perfect.
hard. Okay, so we've been very fortunate. We've gotten two sponsors now. by the way, if anyone out there wants to be a sponsor, it always helps us because any bit of sponsorship we get is going to help us go to the next level. And I'm always trying to put everything back into the podcast and trying to make it a little bit better, whatever I can do, what a little bit I can do. And
absolutely. Yeah,
I want it to be good. And honestly, for you guys, for the singers, for the songwriters, for the bands, for the amazing talented people we've had on the show, and we've had authors as well. We're going to have an artist, like a painter. I don't know how that's going to go.
ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, but I'm like, we're gonna have to be really descriptive on the painting. So,
Yeah,
some of the places like Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts, it's all audio. So, by the way, for
okay.
those of you watching when you go back and watch this, thank you for tuning in to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, etc. I love it. I appreciate you so much. Let me just see, make sure I'm not missing anything, and I'm going to get to this video. So the first one we have is a great place here in Beeville called Scores Bar and Grill. I just met with her yesterday, the manager. It's a cool venue too, by the way, guys. They have all different genres of music playing out there. I know it's a long way from, but I'm saying if you're ever down this way, you may want to check them out because it's a cool, relaxed atmosphere. And I just found out some cool news. So let me play this little commercial I made just last night. It's not the best, but it'll work. Here we go. Scores Bar and Grill. Thank you, Scores. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the great news? Scores Bar and Grill right here in Beeville at 1502 North St. Mary Street is now open 7 nights per week. That's right, Scores is open 7 nights per week starting at 5 p.m. With nightly specials, open mic every Wednesday, karaoke the first Saturday of every month. You can check them out by going to their Facebook page at Scores Bar Beeville. Go check it out. You'll be so glad you did. All right. And I do have another sponsor. Thank you again to Scores. I have a dear friend, Miss Vicky, that is in Corpus Christi. I love her. We've been friends for years and years. And she is another one of those people that found their true passion. She's always been an RN, but now she has opened up a facility for people suffering with medical issues. And she is like, one of those angels. She was a traveling nurse. She opened up a place, and I just can't believe it. It's called Our Graceful Home. And she asked if she could be a sponsor. And I'm like, but she said, I just want to help support you in any way I can. And man, just for her to come out of her van, so awesome. So I made a little commercial. I'm still working on it. I'm going to make it a little bit better. I just haven't had a chance. So this is for Our Graceful Home in Corpus Christi. Check it out, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a loved one who needs extra special care? Maybe recovering from surgery, maybe from Alzheimer's or dementia. Maybe you just need help and rest with respite care. Whatever you need, I've got the perfect place to help you. It's called Our Graceful Home at 4405 Congressional Avenue in Corpus Christi, Texas. You can reach them at 361-537-2900. They offer 24-hour care, hot, fresh meals, qualified staff, group activities, and so much more. So remember, you're not alone. Reach out to our home, Our Graceful Home. They're there when you need them. All right. Thank you to Vicki again and Our Graceful Home for being a sponsor. Yeah, thank you so much. She means the world to us, and the fact that she's done that is just wonderful. So let me see what Letitia said. Jonathan Snider, I'm so proud of you. We've been friends for a long time, and I'm so happy to see you become this amazing person and father. I can't wait to see what's next for you. Wow, Letitia. That is so awesome. Man, isn't that cool, Jonathan? Man,
that's my boy. That's my boy.
I know. Man, it really, that's what it's all about, having a support system, having people that really, they sincerely care. They really want you to succeed instead of this jealousy and this hate. There's no room for that in this world.
Exactly. Build on it,
Yes, build each other up. Never tear somebody down. We're always talking about that on the show.
Yes.
I have one more thing, and it's about 4 minutes. Do you have anything else you want to add? Is it okay if I do that, or did you want to talk about the song a little bit more, Jonathan? I have a music video I need to share.
Well, I'll dive into this real quick because I just noticed that as comments were coming in and stuff like that, I think Kathleen Burnett asked me what else I had planned coming out, and there was just one track. There was just one track individual that I really wanted to touch base on. It'll actually be my next visual that I release. I don't have an exact date on it, but it will be sometime soon. The name of the track is called Relapse. It is about it's a track about keeping your sobriety, sticking away from drug abuse, stuff like that, and really just focusing more on your mental health. Just trying to overcome those, those demons that we all carry inside. So it's it's definitely closer to the rock side of things than it is rap, but still an alternative rap
Oh
hip
man,
hop song. The
That
visual of
speaks to
that,
me.
the visual of
I
that was
bet it's already speaking to me just hearing about it.
the visual there was really cool that we built. Josh, he was real booked up, and actually my engineer um, actually shot this one. So this will be kind of my first video since working with Josh that Josh doesn't do. But honestly, it might end up coming to him for color correcting and editing still
Yeah,
anyway because he knows what he's doing. Um,
man.
but we like basically hand built a room, and we brought in like a real famous graffiti tagger and had him really tag it out with all these like negative words and thoughts that your mental health is really gonna like weigh down on you with, like
Yes.
you're a loser, you're not worth it, you're this, that, and the other. And basically the music video, that room represents me being trapped inside my mind on top of um like a place where I would go to do the things that the rest of the world didn't need to see. So it kind of is multi-purposeful. And at the end of it, I'm not going to ruin it all the way, but I get to have my fun tearing that thing apart towards the end of the video. Kind of breaking out of those
Wow.
chains. And so it's really another track that I'm extremely excited about. Hopefully, it'll be one of those things that reaches out and it reaches a lot of people and can help to kind of push that like nobody's perfect, and we've all maybe, like I said, made mistakes that we're not proud of, and
Yeah,
something that we can all come together on and not judge one another for, but almost build each other up for it. And so other than that, I don't have really any other new music that I'm just excited to talk about right now. I have a few things that are in the works, but I haven't really lined them out to a point to where I like to publicly say anything.
Yeah.
um, I learned firsthand, you don't run around and talk about music you haven't fully recorded and are ready to release until it's recorded and ready to
Because
release.
anything could happen. Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
absolutely.
Wow.
Other than that, I just want to touch base with a few more of the commenters here. Not really necessarily answering questions, but just appreciating them for being here and being interactive
Yeah.
with this. Noel and Steve. Steve is the uh, father-in-law of the expecting mother. I saw both of them in this chat. I'm really grateful that they took a moment out of their day and out of their night to tune in and
Yes,
check
me
this out.
too.
Um, Somebody laughed at me. Your sister laughed at me, Josh, about not being Blink 182. I don't think that that's
yeah.
okay. I think she should be banned from our videos from now on.
Bye, sis. Yeah,
Um,
I didn't
also,
even. I missed that.
I see. I've,
That's
I've
so.
seen,
yeah.
I see my mom got on here. Always proud to have my mom support. When I started making music and really told the family I was going to rap, I don't know that it resonated all that well with all of
I
them. But
wonder how did that go over?
there's a stereotype that comes with rap music and
Yeah,
being
there
involved in
is.
the industry.
Yeah.
And so I think more than anything, my family was just more concerned about that. And as I've tried to progress in making music, I think that everybody's maybe starting to understand a little bit that I'm using this not only for my own outlet, but to speak things into existence that need to be talked about and that are there to
Amen to
benefit
that.
other people. So it's
Man,
definitely heartwarming to see her praise, and I love you too, Mom. I appreciate you,
I'm
Ethan.
trying
Yeah,
to figure out which one she is. I'm looking. I'm looking.
Debbie,
That's so.
Debbie Hood. That is my
Oh,
mother
there it
right there.
is. Hi, Debbie. Oh my gosh, you must be very proud of him. Oh my gosh. Man, I
And
gotta say this. I gotta say this
but
first before I forget. You've got to please come back on the show to show that other video, the one
absolutely,
about addiction, because I'm telling you right now, and I'm. This is why it's so cool to have y'all on the show, and to have everyone on the show because we talk about this every week. Man, we're all broken. A lot of us
we
are
are.
broken. We're just trying to
Yeah.
keep the pieces together, keep from falling apart. And so many of us have been through things. And Brett Jr., for example, he's had his own demons he's dealt with. Thank God he's a father and doing great and everything turned out good. But so many people are going to be able to relate to that. I was just
That's
talking to
that's
someone yesterday.
that's insane. Like y'all are talking about that because that is something I just talked about today. Like
No,
I hit a breaking point today, and it was to the point where I just wanted to hide in a corner and not speak to anybody. And I'm like, relax. You got a show. You got this live thing coming up. And just relax. Take it easy. And my anxiety started kicking in and everything. And it's just like it just really hit today. And I know my sister knows about it. My coworker knows about it. Like, and my coworker was on here earlier. She's the one from the beginning, Morgan. She said super cool.
Yeah.
But I don't really share a lot about what I go through with people. I kind of keep it to myself, and that's probably the issue that I run into is it boils up and then it just explodes when I've reached my boiling point. You know?
Yeah, because all of us are
Absolutely.
dealing with some type of demon or anxiety or depression, myself included. Honestly, I just told my friend yesterday, I said, actually, I'm kind of depressed right now. And he's like, well, why? And I said, I don't know. Everything's going great. So why would I be? You know, it makes no sense. It makes no
Yeah.
sense. But it never does. You know, so many people, I guarantee you, if you took and the people that are saying they don't are more than likely not telling the truth because everybody deals with something,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
so let me read this real quick. Ethan is here, by the way. Hey, Ethan, good to see you. He said, I'm
Who's
late
that?
for the party. What's up, y'all?
Hey,
Ethan, it's so good to see
block that picture. Take
you.
that picture off your desktop.
I
I
love
can
you,
show
bro.
you what that a picture of.
Oh, that's funny. That's the band.
That's Ethan's band.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I can't
See,
tell that good.
that's Cooper, the
Uh,
one that commented earlier. And
oh,
those are
okay.
the
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
So Marie said, can you give both my address to send me cards? She wants to she loves the card dropping. I still do referrals for music and photography, and she does. Believe me, she talks to every.
Absolutely. Get her address, and I'll send her some of my cards her way.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
send me your address, Marie, and I'll forward it to them. Love
Yeah.
you, little big bro. That's cool. Yeah, and I don't know why I cannot pronounce that. Tirza, I know I
Yeah.
didn't say her.
Perfect.
I'm sorry. She
Perfect. That's
said, "You
perfect.
always got your sister, Josh. You know very well how long I have been fighting depression and anxiety. So I'm always here for you, for real. You know, and you know it's getting I think everyone, and I don't know, it's just everything. You know, I
Yeah.
honestly talk about that every day. I did an event downtown the other day, and I used to work at the grocery store, and I was the sample lady. So I would sing and I would just dance and try to make people smile. You know, and
Yeah.
since the COVID, I haven't really been out anywhere like in public, like we do our shows, but like just to see people doing about their everyday and out
I have
enjoying.
COVID bad.
Yeah. And I was
Bad.
like, it's so cool to see you all out. You know, it's nice to see y'all all smiling. You know, but even though everything takes a toll, COVID took a toll on everyone. It
Yeah.
really on our mental, not just our medical, our physical bodies, but us mentally. You know, we were already dealing with this a lot of stuff, and then you tell us, wait a minute, we can't leave our house, we can't go to our
Absolutely.
jobs, we can't,
Yeah.
what the heck? Oh my
Oh,
God.
I was what do you call it? I was one of those that still worked through the whole thing. What do you call that?
Essential. We were
I was
essential.
an essential worker, and we used to so me and my coworker would get that sheet of paper that we had to show if we got pulled over,
Yeah.
and we're driving on the highway. I drive 18-wheelers, so we're driving an 18-wheeler, and he gets the piece of paper and he puts it on the windshield. He's like, "Move over! We're essential workers. Get out of the way!"
That's hilarious. You know, but at the same time, Josh, I don't know if you felt this way, but there were plenty of times where it was when it was at the height, I was wishing I wasn't an essential worker because I was dealing directly with the public and I was scared. You know, we were all scared. We were all scared.
I loved it. You know why? The traffic in Dallas, there was nobody on the highway. Oh, it was great. Just flying by. There's
No
no one on the
traffic
street.
in Corpus
Oh,
Christi either. I remember that. Like no traffic. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah, that's something you don't see. You don't even see that on Christmas Day hardly. Wow, that is so cool. So
it's okay. Thanks for watching.
man, that is so cool. Yeah, I want that song. I want y'all to come on the show and play it, please, because I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
and we can get it to a few more people. We can get it out there. We're going to need to get it out there, just like the
Yeah.
other one. We want you to come back and do both those videos, please.
Absolutely.
There we
I
go.
will. I'm
For
here.
real. So I do have one more thing I'd like to share real quick. Okay, Jonathan.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I came up with an idea because I'm always trying to find a way because I'm technically not even working right now. I'm always trying to come up with a way that we can help people even more and get more sponsors possibly. So a good friend of mine, Jeffrey Nallman, who is in Honolulu. Paul made fun of me last week, my co-host, because I was trying to say Hawaii and I said
I was
Hawaii.
listening.
He's in Honolulu, Hawaii. Anyway, I came up with an idea for this song, and it's a very touchy subject. Okay, it's sad, But all the stuff that goes on in the world, I don't even watch the news anymore because I don't. And we didn't know about the hurricane until like right before it hit Florida.
Right.
Because it's all bad. It's all bad. And that makes your depression worse. It gives me more anxiety,
Absolutely.
But it's true. But you have to know what's going on. So I was asleep and I woke up with, like, I've had this happen several times with words in my head. Like I heard it like a radio. You probably get that too, Jonathan. I'm sure you probably do. Because
Absolutely.
It's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. You're
is.
like, okay, I got to write this down. And all I can remember is I like visualize it. And it was just because there had been another horrible, and I don't even want to say it, it breaks my heart, but another horrible shooting, and I was like, man, just another day. Man, it's just another day. It just keeps happening. It's just another day.
Yeah.
And I know it's a very tough subject, but I want to share this with you because Jeffrey said, hey, I want to bring that to life for you because I told him what I kind of heard. It was definitely not country. And he's a rocking guy. So he finished it up and went to the studio and got it recorded for me. He's singing it. He produced it. He did everything. And it needs some tweaking maybe, but I wanted to reach people, just like you're trying to do. I want to find something that's impactful to where we can say,
Absolutely.
let's stop this. Can we do something together to make a change? That's what my vision is. So I wanted to play it again. I'm trying to play it every night. Plus he's our spotlight artist. God bless him. He's such a great guy. Jeffrey Nallman. And I made a video and I wish it was as good as yours, Josh. It's just a little, I use Canvas. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, that's fine. No worries.
See what
it's
you
art.
got.
It's
art. It is hard. It's very hard. But here we go. This is called Just Another Day. So I wanted to give you an idea of what it's about. And I hate to try to promote it during my show, but I want to play it for
You're fine.
For Jeffrey too. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Just another day. Backpacks, green tennis shoes. Just another day. Just another school. Just another day. Grandma's at the grocery store. Just another day. Just another shooter walks through the door. Just another nowhere safe, no life as before. Hate versus humanity. Love thy neighbor hits the floor. Just another day, a chance to really care, make a difference in an innocent life, more than just thoughts and prayers. Just another day, do something to make it right. Just another day, banish the darkness, let in the light. Do you remember the golden rule? How do you feel when your kids are at school?
Just another day, just another Sunday school. God grant us a way to never say, just another day.
So sorry. Who made me in charge of the clicker? It was just another day. Co-written with Jeffrey Nauman. He came up with the idea about the green tennis shoes. I said I don't know because I didn't know if anyone would get that reference, and I didn't want it to be so. It's very hard for me. So we tried to keep it non-political, but I wanted to just get it out there. You know, like come on, let's if we all
Yeah.
come together, maybe that's really what I feel. That's why I do this. You know, I want us all
Yeah.
to come just and our little saying is we want to spread love through the joy of music, and that's really the truth. That's
Absolutely.
you know
And
because it's hard. Like I said, people are broken out there. You know, and everybody needs help.
and
And
that's the thing is that everybody's putting each other down all the time. Like there's nobody helping each other build up some positive
I know,
encouragement for people that it's like, oh, you're depressed. Oh, snap out of it, bro.
yeah,
That's that's childish, or that's
yeah,
it's like, dude, like you don't understand what's going on in somebody's head. You got to give
yeah,
them the benefit of the doubt in that. But there's
absolutely.
the piano piece, of course, there's beautiful. That's my second favorite instrument. I
He
love it.
did. He did a great job. Yeah, I
Beautiful.
thanked him so much, and he said, "Thank my mom for making me take piano lessons when I was 5." But
Yeah,
yeah, he did a really good job, and he's very political. He wanted to make it. And I said, "No, no, I want to try to keep it. You know, try to give
yeah,
it positive spin if there is any way to do that.
yeah.
Either you can go to bed, y'all keep kicking, love y'all, or just don't be sad. Yeah,
Love you
yeah,
too,
no,
bro.
yeah. Why are you sad? Why are you sad? Well, just don't be sad. Well,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, that doesn't work like that.
yeah. And
Yeah,
sometimes, it's almost, I was thinking about this today, in fact, because I drove all the way to Corpus Christi and then I came back by myself. It's an hour away. So you get time to think when you're driving, And I was thinking, in a lot of ways, all the stuff that we've all collectively been through, it's almost like post traumatic stress disorder. It really is. And
yeah,
that's why I think we're seeing such a high number of depression and unfortunately suicides and all kinds of it. And they have a new and I need to get more information on that. They have I think you can dial 988 now, isn't it? 988? Did y'all hear
I
about
think
that?
so. Yeah, 98. I think it is.
That's way overdue. They should have done that a long time ago. But it's nice to know that there is a place for people to call,
Yeah,
because we do shows at the VFW working with veterans. And man, on top of all of that, the veterans have all the stuff that they happened to them when they were serving. And it's just, gosh, it's just, man, I'm excited that we're all together. It's almost like we're all collectively trying to shed a light on just
absolutely. Yeah,
support each other. So Marie said, wow, so spot on, powerful. Maybe I'm crazy, but I would like to interview some of these people just to try to figure out their way of thinking. I would
yeah.
like to write a book about it. Oh, she's also an author. And
Nice.
maybe figure out how to fix them, change their way of thinking. Great idea, Marie. Great idea. And it's just weird. It does seem like almost it's an epidemic. So don't ever feel like you're alone, Josh or Jonathan, if you're dealing with anything. Don't ever feel like you're alone, because I promise you're not. And if
Oh,
somebody says, "Oh, I
Jonathan
don't
was my story.
that," they're probably not telling the truth. Everybody does. Everybody has an issue with something. Man,
Okay. Oh, sorry. No, I went to the doctor, because my family, diabetes runs in the family. So I'm
yes,
like, I go to the doctor and he's like, so you're self-diagnosing yourself with diabetes? I said, yeah, I feel like I got diabetes. He's like, why do you say that? I said, I feel tired. I feel weak. I don't feel right. Something is wrong. Every time I wake up, something is wrong. And I don't know what it is. He's like, are you depressed? I said, no, I feel fine.
yeah,
And he's like, really think on that. And he's like, um, He's like, you're probably depressed. I'm like, I don't feel depressed. I feel great. He's like, no, you're depressed and you have anxiety and all this stuff. So, I have another appointment next week and it's like, okay, it's not diabetes, it's depression. And I'm like, I
Yeah,
never even
I got
thought
to a
it would be depression,
yeah. Wow, who would have
Absolutely.
ever thought it, right? Well, I lost my
Yeah,
sister and my mom within a short period of time, on top of everything else, recently. And so it just threw me into a spiral, and I was already having issues, just issues, just in general. But I'm so happy go lucky, no one would ever know it. And that's
yeah,
what all of these people on the face of the earth are going through their lives smiling and laughing, and nobody's going to know. Nobody's
no,
going to know. Nobody would ever know unless you open up and share it with them. And I'm glad you shared that with us. I really am. LOL, I feel that with you, Josh, 100%. Yes.
yeah.
It's
And he says the anxiety is kicking in by me feeling like I have diabetes. My brain is acting like I do when I don't. But it's just the anxiety of the thought and the fear of having it is why I
yeah.
feel that way. And I was like, man, now it's a mental illness. That's just
No, it
great.
is. It is because it's causing. Well, just like I got a call on my way to Corpus yesterday,
Yeah.
today, and because I just went in to get my blood work so I can get my refills, and she called, the doctor office called and said you need to come in for your results. Now I already know. Normally they give me my results on the phone, and I'm like, oh great. So now in my brain's going, oh God, there's something really wrong. They
He's
want you to
stuck in
come
his
in,
head.
something in the results. And I'm already like, quit doing that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go in tomorrow and get it over with. Quit doing
Yeah.
that yourself because I'm gonna just drive myself crazy. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I wonder what it would take to make them think positive. And I honestly, that's what we got to do. We got to bring those positive vibes to people. Jonathan, that is definitely what you're doing on your songs. You really are. I mean, you're going to help a lot of people. You both are helping
Yeah.
a lot of people. I
I hope
mean,
so.
you for real, you are, and it's funny. I had never met you or Josh, and see on that video that I made. It's funny how it's kind of the
It's
same.
all connected.
People
Yeah.
dealing with depression, had people dealing with it. Get support, get help. Just it's
Absolutely.
crazy how he said that when you have a family member who has a history of diabetes, it's possible you can get it too, which is crazy why he said that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah, it's true. Certain things are hereditary, but then again, so is depression, isn't it? Depression
I
is
don't
hereditary.
even know.
I
I
think
have
so.
no idea. He just said he wants to follow up with me next week
Good,
and figure out what we're gonna do. And I'm just like, oh man, I don't
good.
want to take no meds.
Don't be ashamed of that. Just go on something. They gave me the lowest thing I could possibly take, but it gave me that little bit of oomph to where I could just, hey, I feel better. I'm getting back to myself. So just remember, you're definitely not alone, and that's cool. I
I'm
think
al-
the most important thing is to
I'm
talk about.
already wild at work. I can imagine feeling really
Yeah,
good.
you're like, wait a minute, now this is depressed. Oh my God, what am I going to be?
I know.
Me too. Everybody tells me all the time, I want, when I used to work, I'd be really sick. Man, I want some of your drugs. And I said, no, man, I don't take drugs. I said, can you imagine if I did? You know what I mean? I'm just like so crazy already. So, do we have anything else? So, do you have anything else you want to share, Jonathan? We got to get off that track because I could sit there all day and talk about it. I want to be able to make this Carolyn's Corner Live a place where we can talk about anything freely and openly,
Absolutely.
and not be ashamed of anything.
I like it.
Absolutely. No,
Great.
I think I've covered probably all the bases that I've covered. Maybe just a quick thank you to all the people have helped me get to this point. Blaine Henning, my engineer, owner, operator of the Playground Studio.
Yes.
Before I get too deep in that, Carolyn, I want to thank you immensely for letting me be on the show, letting me kind
You're
of
so
share my
welcome.
story. Josh, we'll kind of just go next door on the little pictures here.
Let's
Josh,
do
bro,
Yeah.
it.
you're a brother to me, bro, and
Thanks,
I'm
man.
always here for you, and I just appreciate like the relationship that we've built through this. Um, to like the people who gave me my opportunity when I was first starting out as an artist to at least touch a stage, like Hype Waco, it's a clothing store here in Waco. They let me do their grand opening. I appreciate that. The Focus One crew, that was kind of where I really first kind of like set in like my roots with other artists. Giovanni, is a man named Giovanni the King. He shot my first music video. And unfortunately, I was too green behind the ears to really respect like all the gestures and stuff that were coming to me. I tried to
Yeah.
like see through them, and
It happens.
I didn't really handle that relationship the right way. But I'm very appreciative for the opportunities there. Um, Markeith, Reed, we're continuing to make more music together and growing as a team and as a unit. Josh, I consider him a member of that team as well because he's
Yeah.
very interactive with us. Um, and really, I think that's it. My supporters, my fan base, my family, my kids that are downstairs that are probably asleep. All the reasons why I do everything
I
that
know
I
we
do.
didn't plan on going this long. It's
I
hard for
know,
me.
I know.
Sorry.
But
This is
it's all
great.
right. But overall, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the experiences, the opportunities, and look forward to continue to push them forward.
Absolutely. You keep doing what you're doing, please. And remember to share those videos, please. And anytime you got anything coming out, please share it, even if it's a
Yeah.
gig, and share it. And I'll share it on social media.
Yes,
Please,
ma'am.
please do. And I will send you a message when I get this downloaded into Anchor, so it'll be on all the other places. And so you can share away. Josh, what about you? What are your final words tonight, honey?
Man, I like to thank Snider. Without him, I won't even be able to gain experience. And like he said, I'm a brother to him. Well, he's a brother to me. And there's not too many people that know my problems personally, but he's one that I usually come to. And we don't communicate very, very often, but when we do, it's pretty important,
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I really appreciate him for being very loyal with me and working with me because I know I'm not the best. There's very, very good people out there, and it makes me like it kind of like makes me feel a little low, and I'm like, man, if only I was that good. But I just try to keep positive and use that as encouragement that that's where I can be, because I've only been doing this a year, a little bit more than a year.
Oh,
That's it.
wow.
So yeah, video. So it's new.
Man,
It's
well, I
not.
tell you what, we saw that natural progression getting better for real. I mean, you're
Absolutely.
you're great at it. You found your
Thank
calling.
you.
I believe that. I do believe that. Keep doing what you're doing, please. Keep sharing it with everybody. And if I know of any opportunities, Josh, I will absolutely let you know. And same with
Yeah.
you, Jonathan. I know we're a long ways away, but I'm serious about that intro too. Send
Yeah.
me a message tomorrow for real. I need some help with that. I know you could do a great job because we need
Absolutely.
something. I need to get something that makes me more hip.
Yeah.
And I'm really lacking
Absolutely.
the haircut, but that was not intentional. They messed it up at the hair salon.
It's all good. But
It's
another shout out to Ethan Smith because
Yeah.
when I was first going through my stuff, my issues that I was going, and I needed to get out of the house,
yeah,
and I just shot him a message and I said, "Hey man, do you have a photographer?" He's like, "No, not yet, but I'm willing to work with you. Show me what you got." And I showed up with my little $350 Nikon 3200, D3200. It's an older camera,
that's more than I got.
and
I'm like,
you
wow.
know, I did his shots and everything, and it honestly just progressed. It just went straight up from there, and it's been constant. And I'm pretty excited how things are just going. It's kind of like a tree. You meet one person and you meet another person, and it just keeps going up,
It's
and
really true.
you really don't fall, which is
Uh-uh.
strange. You just go up, but it's all on the person you are. You can't be a bad person and expect to gain anything out of it. It's all in your personality, on who you are, and
If you're treating good things, come to good people, and
and
if you keep doing what
yeah,
you're doing and
absolutely,
helping people, you're going to keep going up that tree. Before you know it, you'll be on the very tip top going, hello.
yeah,
Marie,
and
I can't put
that's
her address on here. Marie, send it to my messenger, honey. Everybody can send Marie a thank you letter if y'all would like to.
Yeah.
There's her address.
Everybody.
Go ahead, Josh.
but
I'm sorry.
I'm just thankful, with Snider and everything, and the people he's introduced me to, like Markeith and Blaine, with his producer. It's been incredible working with them, and it's been an adventure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
We're glad to have you.
Boats and
yeah, but
bridges. Cool.
I'm real picky on who I work with. Also, I prefer a people person, and even if they're paying good, if I just don't, if I just feel like I cannot work with you, I'm sorry, I can't. But that's why I keep my, I try to stick with Ethan. I try to stick with Snider, but Ethan is also very dedicated to me. And I really do appreciate that from him. And
That
every
is so,
time he's like, I got a show, I got a show, I got a show. So
that's
this
so
whole
cool.
month is all Ethan. This whole, like, from Saturdays, it's all booked with Ethan. Like, that's
That
why I
is so
told
awesome.
Snider, I said,
Yeah.
I'm booked all month, man. I'm sorry.
That is so cool. Well, I tell you what,
Killing it.
I knew Ethan was a great guy when he was on the show. I was just so honored to have him on. He's very
Yeah.
talented, man. All of you guys are, and it's just crazy to me that we got country, we got rap, we got rock. It's just so cool that you're all coming together. I mean, it doesn't matter; it's all the same purpose to spread
Absolutely.
some music, spread some love, spread some joy, or help people. You know,
Yeah.
guys,
And
it's been an honor. It has really been an honor to have you on here. I pray that you'll keep in touch with me, please. And
Yes, ma'am.
Jonathan, for real, I do need your help with that intro. I'm not kidding. I'm going to send you tomorrow, maybe if you're available. I'm going to send you a message, or you send me something, give me an idea what we got
Okay.
to work with, and then we'll go from there. Okay? 'Cause I'm for
Absolutely.
real. I need something. I need to get the youngins.
The youngs. I get it.
And I know y'all are like, we're not young. Yeah, compared to me, you're young. You're young. So,
we're
ladies and
kids.
gentlemen, yeah. So, Tirza said, never compare. Take it as an inspiration. And
Yeah.
Carolyn, don't forget about tomorrow night at Greek Brothers. I don't know for sure because Brett has to work in the morning. I don't drive that far by myself. I did today because I got to go get my baby. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope and pray that you all have the best night ever. Please share this. Please share the show with everyone. Let them know about us. Send me any referrals you have, guys. If you know of anyone you think would be a good fit, please send them my way, okay?
Thank you.
And
Absolutely.
y'all have the best night ever. Thank you so much. It was great to have you on. And
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Carolyn's Corner Live. We will see you. We will not have a show tomorrow. I may just pop on just to say, hey, what's up? But we don't have a guest tomorrow unless something happens between now and then. Good night, everyone. Be kind
Good
to
night.
you. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.